going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Sabrina Soul, and tonight, first, let me shout out to you guys in the chat. Shout out to everybody that's logged in right now at this very moment to join us. First, I want to say Happy New Year to all of you. I need to let you guys know that without you, there is no me, and I appreciate every last one of you. Happy New Year to you. Shout out to my amazing panel that's joining me tonight. And if you guys do not know, we are here because of what? Ready to mother freaking love. Okay. This is season 7. I can't even believe we're back here so soon. I feel like we just finished Ready to Love Miami for the first season. It really does just feel like that. But we are here for the second season of Miami Ready to Love, and for episode 1, that's what we're here discussing today. Before we begin, you guys know I like to go around the room, and I want everyone to introduce themselves so you guys know who you are looking at and who you will be watching for the next, I'm sure, a couple of hours. So you guys know who I am. I am Miss Sabrina Soul. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything. YouTube at Miss Sabrina Soul, and you probably know me from Ready to Love DC, and yeah, that's me. And we're gonna go ahead and go around, starting with Tyrone.
Oh, I was gonna do ladies first.
Oh, okay.
Ty, you know
I'm gonna be a gentleman. I'm being a gentleman.
Okay. So I'm Really Be TV. I review Ready to Love over on my YouTube channel. You can find me at Really Be TV on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Sharice.
I am Sharice Logan. You can find me on Instagram at Sharice Logan. You can find my business at Logan Skincare. I was on Ready to Love Miami, the first season. And yes.
All right, Tyrone.
What's up, everybody? Tyrone E. Wilson here. You can find me at Ty Wilson 21. Everywhere. I was on Ready to Love season 4, DC with Sabrina. This is what, season 3 of us doing the panel. So you know how it is. We keep it real. You know, we're always try to be nice and cordial, but we got to give our opinion. So, you know, I'm ready to do this, and I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me again, Sabrina, panel, everybody. I'm excited. Let's go.
So it's J-Dub.
Okay, I didn't know the order. See, Ty messed it up. All right, everybody. This is it's J-Dub. I am YouTube's #1 commenter, aka the Little Wayne of YouTube. You want me on the track? I'm gonna hop on it, and I review all reality shows. You know, have a feel in my spirit and anything that moves me. So check my channel out, and I want to thank Sabrina for inviting me because I'm just looking at this wonderful panel. It says a lot about you. You've been in seasons past, and look what you can bring together, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
All right. Well, so first off, let me introduce myself. You already know what it is. PO season 4 or season 5 rather, Potomac. But you know, they got the catalog all messed up. But I wanted to make a quick announcement while I have you guys here. I want to let everybody know that I just recently got engaged to myself. Because I ain't trying to never let go. Yeah, but you can find me on IG at 100 sightings.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
I'm sorry.
I was about to be like, what? I didn't even know you were dating someone. I should have known better. And just to let you guys know that Stacy B will be joining us as well. So it's definitely going to be feisty, spicy, fiery, fun, and a lot of laughs tonight. So I'm ready for it. I wanted to bring all you guys on because I really wanted a diverse panel, because you guys, with the opinions that you have, I'm like, oh yeah, like, because after watching episode 1, I was like, I'm gonna talk about how I feel later, but I just was like, I need to hear other people. I need to hear what they have to say about it. And I know you guys are gonna have a lot to say about it. So before we actually begin, just real quick, how was you guys' New Year's so far?
Amazing.
Yeah? Good?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been really good. No complaints over here.
Yeah, cool.
Very
Are any of y'all doing Ready to Love on you guys' channel?
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay, so really be it's J Dub. That's it. Okay, all right. So be sure to check that out, guys. Their channel as well. All right, so we could get ready to begin. All right, you guys know how I like to do it. You know, I take my screenshots. I keep it 100. I try to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I try to make it happen as best as I can. You know, I have my notes. I'm going to be reading my notes. And after I read my notes, I want you guys to chime in and give me your opinion, your thoughts, your comments on anything, the pictures that's up. You guys in the chat, I want you guys to say what you want to say in the chat. Put your opinion up there too. Sometimes we do go to the chat and we allow you guys to come up, or your comment to come up, and we discuss your comment too. So shout out to everybody that's just now logging in with us. All right, we begin with this season. And literally with my notes, and this is I literally jumped right into it. I ain't taking the pictures of the water and the pictures of the house, and I ain't do all that. We gonna begin with Andre, who is 39 years old, and he is an entrepreneur. He is entering into the building. He says that he is ready and he is right. That he is ready and he is right. Oh, is there an echo? Is there hello?
That's good now.
Okay. Hello. Okay. All right. And then of course we have Corvalla, who is 31, and you guys know I can't read and go back and forth with the pictures, so I'm gonna just read my introduction. I'm gonna put the pictures up, and then you guys can say whatever you'd like to say about these people that we're discussing or that I just discussed. Then we have Corvalla, who is 31. She is a digital strategist, and she says that size does matter. And as soon as she said that, it made me think about somebody from my season that actually said the same thing. Okay. And size does matter. It's important. It's important. And I feel like we should really discuss that. Okay. Natasha, 37, is an attorney. She's also entering into the scene, and she says that she is like a grand biscuit. You just can't eat the whole thing. I guess you got to eat it by the layers or something. I'm not sure exactly what you meant by that. And then we have Z, who is 34, a digital producer, and I swore I thought I heard an echo. Let me know if maybe it's something on my end. I don't know. And then we do have more singles that's entering into the scene, but guess what? The show not introducing them. Did y'all notice that? Oh, here we go.
They did that last season because it was hard for me to take my notes. They did that last season because people were just popping up and they were gradually showing the names, and it was hard to keep notes because it's like I don't know who I'm looking at. I don't know who's talking. Yeah, they did that last season.
Exactly. Because I think it was a scene with Blake and somebody else. I was like, I can't even talk about Blake and this person because they ain't say who he was yet. So exactly. I did it, and it kind of threw my notes off too. That's why I was like, you know what? This is how we gonna do it, and we just gonna keep it moving. So how did you guys feel? Okay, we just gonna get right into it. I don't know why I took it off the screen because this is a very important.
Bring them back.
Bring it back, exactly, because we need to bring it back. We need to talk about Andre.
Yeah.
We need to talk about Andre and talk about Andre Rat Tail in the front.
All right, so well, let me take this one. Let me set this off. There's only 3 people in the world that I know that had this thing, and all of them are dead, by the way. But
what?
But number one, let's say Michael Jackson had that, right? And then you had Superman, Christopher Reeve, that had that. And then I don't know if you know that, if you guys know about the third one, but it was Squeaky from Lenny and Squeaky.
From Laverne and Shirley.
He had
way back.
You went way back.
Right. So I'm gonna take it as these was his inspirations for this, because I've never seen anybody just on their own will do that. So Andre, we gotta talk about that, brother. You need to just even it up. Even it up.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the hair either. It was a lot. The hair was a situation. Yeah, somebody said in the chat it was a situation. It was a situation.
Yeah. Someone said that Andre was growing on them. Me too. Like after watching the episode, I was like, okay, I'm feeling them. But it was every time, like I wanted to take that thing, I wanted to put it back. Every time I saw it, I wanted to like get it out of his face or put a bobby pin in it. I don't know. It was doing something to me. Even when I did my live watch party on Friday, when I was watching it, I was like, it's something about the tail. I was like, I can't. It really was bothering me. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sure he's a great guy. This don't have nothing to do with his person. This has everything to do with that little piece of strand. Just didn't sit right with me. But anywho,
you know what though? That's how you stand out.
So, right.
He definitely stands out. I remembered him. I did remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Joe said, that was my childhood dream to have that little lock or curl from Michael. Again, I put emphasis on childhood. You know, I no longer want a jerry curl and a lock, but I guess I'm gonna give Andre a pass because I did hear him have an accent. You know, I'm already giving him a pass because they're in Miami. I feel like Miami does it a little bit bigger and brighter than normal, so I expect that. But you know, he had an accent. He's from what, UK? I'm assuming. I could be wrong, but he's not from where we are. So they do things a little bit different. You know, maybe they behind in years. They still watching Laverne and Shirley and all that. So I don't know.
Oh my God. So Sharice, because you're from Miami, is this how, like, some of the guys, is this how they wear their hair?
I mean, people do anything here. I will say that I've met Andre personally. He is a nice guy. He's different. I think it's his personality. When you talk to him and get to know him, I've seen his hair so many different ways since I've met him. Yeah, he's like that. You know, he changes his hair with the mohawks and all that, and I guess that's how he expresses himself. But I do take him to be like, he's different. You know, he's different, and that's his look or his thing.
Yeah, and I respect that and I could see that. But I'm
really nice guy. He's very, he's nice.
Yeah, like I said, it has nothing to do with his personality. I'm sure he's a great guy.
No. Yeah.
I just want to, do what Eddie Murphy did in Barber. What was that in Coming to America?
Oh, he was like $20.
Just cut that one thing off. Right. And good in the game.
Get in there, Ty.
We have to find out from him, is that just his style, that his style is recommended? Is it something he just said, just give me just one of them, just one swoop. It's almost like the baby hairs with the ladies, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
You have a whole fan on that one. No.
Oh, my God.
Right.
And maybe they have to get lower and lower. It's the new brow.
Lower and lower. They might as well start tying in. Like if you had baby hairs, J-Dub, they start tying in with your beard.
I mean, it'll work. If I could grow some baby hairs, I would. I'll probably slick mine back to put it on top of my head. But yeah, I wouldn't bring it.
I was gonna say it must be nice to be able to just grow some hair in the front to twirl around with. It make him different. It's how he stand out. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. Oh, we're okay. So let's.
Yeah, I made some slides.
31. Oh, you're amazing.
Go ahead, Ty. Okay.
You're amazing. That's for you. Can you control the slide?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, have at it, Ty.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. So next up, you can do the slides and
What happened to Stacey?
She might have was having some conflict.
She might have been. I think she might have been having some problems. She looked like she never really got one.
Yeah. Well, when she comes back, we'll add her. So next we have Corvalla. That might be her texting me now. I'm sorry. Ty, can you want to take over real quick?
For sure. So I actually made some slides because I was working on some things. So here's one for the ladies with all the ladies.
Oh,
and
that's
then
cute.
I actually made another deck for all the fellas too. So whenever we need to talk about somebody, the slides will come up, and then by all means, make sure y'all go and support them, follow them. I put their Instagram tags in the slides. So.
Oh, you didn't do that for us.
You know what? I've been working on some things, Sharice, and doing things a whole lot more professional now. So yeah.
I like it.
I got you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I need to hire you, Ty slides. This is what I need for my channel. I might bump you up.
I recently got into some video editing. You know what, Sharice? I may just make a Sharice's Ready to Love journey where all the clips is just you. How about
that?
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
All right, sorry guys. Talking to Stacy, she's having some technical difficulties. She says she's on her way. I told her to try to restart her computer. Okay, so we have Corvalla. What do you guys think about Corvalla? Your first impression?
Corvalla. Oh well, let me. You go ahead, Ty.
I think she just knows what she wants. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Don't seem like she want to settle. Seem like she know where she at in life, what she want in life. It seemed like she may have made some mistakes in the past settling and just don't want to do it again. And, you know, it's one of those things where we talk about it a lot, where you shouldn't be concerned about, you know, how other people feel about what you want. You know, she put it out there at the beginning. You either deal with it or not, you know?
Yeah, I think what's important, is that you have non-negotiables when you're ready to really settle down and be serious. You have to have non-negotiables, and your non-negotiables don't have to make sense to anybody else. So she was very clear that she didn't want to date a man who lived with somebody, whether it was a roommate, a mama, whatever. She was like, I think it's very important for somebody to live on their own and have that journey. And if that's a non-negotiable for her, it may not be a big deal to me. But if that's, like you said, Ty, if that's her non-negotiable, she's very clear on what she's looking for, what she wants, whatever her reasons are, they're hers. But she was very clear about that.
Yeah. I think, end of the day, you know, you got to go in there and put it out there and tell them exactly what you want up front. I think she came in with a sort of a no nonsense approach to what her ask is. And so at the end of the day, if you know, it's like, yo, bro, if you're not here, then, you know, you need to be over there. Mm-hmm. Kind of, you know, no nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I want to say back, since we're doing the back in time theme or whatever that PO kicked off, I'm gonna say in my college days, Corvalla was it. That's who I was looking for. That was my type. I was ready to risk it all, my scholarship, my car, whatever. That was who I was seeking at that time many years ago. That's the perfect look. But going to present time with Corvalla, yeah, that was a big issue. That's a big issue on YouTube about Corvalla's, I guess, her standards. I don't think most people had a problem or issue with her having a standard of, yes, I want my man to live on his own or be independent at this stage because I'm looking to progress, to fall in love, be married and all. I think what people are having a problem with, include myself, is where like she kind of pushed the envelope on it, where it was more like, well, you need to get it together, and, you know, saying those type of comments or whatever. That was a little abrasive. Like, it's okay, Linden or I don't even know the guy name. Jamaica man. Yes, he didn't live by himself and say, hey, you're not the guy for me. And guess what? That's okay. I'll move on, and that's what he should have did as well. But she was kind of pushing that envelope and just, you know, get yourself together. Like, what are you doing? Am I supposed to lower my standards? That's where she went a little too far. So
I didn't see it like that. Mm-hmm. But that's just
battling
J-Dub right now.
How did you say into? Which one was it?
Linden,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one with the gray hair and the high top fade?
No, that's
Blake. That's Blake. You talking about Blake?
Linden.
Yeah, that's right. That's Blake. Oh, him.
Okay, Tyrone.
I'm on it.
So I said, don't play with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she was just saying, you know, she has a certain expectations for what you can provide for her in her life right now. Mm-hmm. And she's basically trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to assess where you are in life based off of your living conditions. and basically saying, you know, if you are not at a point where you can live by yourself, then what can you do for me? Because I've already been doing that for years.
Facts.
You know, I mean, if he has a reason for why he lives with himself that is okay with her, then I'm sure it would have worked. But just to say you have a roommate, and I think the reasoning was the landlord, something, you know, that don't sit well with her.
One thing is, I can't wait to talk to Linden. I can't wait to have a conversation with him because I think it's deeper. I don't know. I just want to have a conversation with him, though, just to kind of
see why he has a roommate.
There's something to that. Yeah.
I mean, he's 33 years old. Maybe he's still trying to get himself established. I don't think it's anything wrong if you want to be with someone who's on the same page that you're on. So maybe for her, it feels like he's not in a good place, stable.
I think but he talked it out and said, listen, you know, my landlord told me it's time to go, and he didn't give me no time to, you know, get it together.
That's right.
Now, if he did say that, right, and this happened 3 years ago, then, you know, we need to talk about that. But if this was something that, you know, happened in that moment, well, obviously, you know, sometimes you got to just make do with the situation. So, I mean, you know, I mean, I don't know what that whole conversation looked like on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I know what we heard, right? And so based off of what we heard, it sounds like, you know, he got, you know, had to get out of his place and then, you know, sort of shacked up with a friend or whatever, you know. It's probably, you know, a little bit more in depth than that, though. But but I will say this. If she one last point.
This fine.
If it is in fact that, you know, this just happened 2-3 weeks ago or whatever, and then she shut him down like that, that's a problem.
Yeah, I've been there, but I also knew what type of woman to expect while I'm there, you know.
And I think, I mean, it's all about, because I think separating what she said from the situation, I don't see the problem with people having roommates. I don't see the problem with that, because that's me. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. So he, excuse me, maybe he had to move out of his apartment 3 years ago, and it was a situation. He found a roommate. They get along well. Everybody pay the bills on time. They good. They respect each other's space. For all we know, they could be living in a 3-bedroom house and they don't bother each other. They don't trip over each other. Like, we don't know. So just because it was a problem for her doesn't mean it's a bad situation. It don't mean he living in his mama's basement. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So devil's advocate though. Devil's advocate here. So let's say he is, you know, living with roommates or whatever. For her, okay, so he has more money to be able to take her out. But if he, you know, or to do more things, do more than what the average person would do, since you kind of got that, you know, that leeway. But if he says to her, well, you know, I'm trying to save money and whatever, that's a whole nother issue. So she probably doesn't want to see that whole thing play out.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 33, I was living at home with my parents, and I was good with it.
Right.
They were good with it. I was good with it. I was saving my money. When I moved out, I bought a house. Like, I never went to an apartment. I went from their house. I went from an apartment. I moved in with them to save money. I moved into a house. So if I met a guy in that time period, and he could judge me all he want, but I know what I'm doing. I know what my situation is. You know what I mean? I'm not no bum living with my parents. So, you know what I mean? It's a non-negotiable for her, and that's okay. But it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Because my thing too, and this is one of the questions that I used to get after doing the show. People would ask me, like, what did you learn from being on the show? What did you gain from being on the show? And one of the things that I would say is that to think outside of the box. Like, I came in thinking I was going to be like this. I was going to do this. I don't want no more kids. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, after being on the show, it's kind of like, you start thinking about things a little bit differently. And one of the things that I said prior to me going on the show was, I can't go on the show thinking the same way I was thinking before, because I'm single now. Like, I'm single now for a reason. You know what I mean? You keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. So, and just like you said, really be like in real life, like you don't know his situation. They could be living in a $1.3 million house in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, our mortgage $8,000, he paid for, I pay for, you know, and it's in at the end of the day, I respect like what she's saying. I get it. But if that's a deal breaker for her, then guess what? That's just not the guy for her.
He ain't the one.
Right. I just wish and I hope that she does, like, moving forward. And I'm not saying she has to change up how she feels about it and what she wants in a man. Like, I'm not saying that. I don't think anyone should, but I feel like she should give him a little bit more time to get to know him before she was like, oh, well, let me, she did the same thing with Blake when he was like, I want 80, he's 87%, 13%. And she was like, oh, you don't want it? Oh, well, let me go ahead and get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. So,
yeah.
Come on, Stacey, you got.
That was such an odd percentage, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, that was awfully specific.
Oh my God. Right. Exactly. But and I get it. But I hope that she finds love at the end of the day. So then we have.
You know what? Can y'all hear me?
Yep. Stacey.
I'm so sorry for all of my technical problems. So sorry, y'all. I tried to join from my cell phone to fix it. Oh my God.
He's like, we used to it.
Anyway, what I agree with all of you guys. Like, what I didn't like was how she tried to characterize him based off of limited information of his situation. I mean, he may be an F-boy for all we know, but from the information that he gave, I just didn't to me, it was very negative of what was being shared. It was he could be throwing bachelor parties and this, that, and the third, living with a roommate. I need somebody that's together. And, what I did when I went back to look at her profile, I realized she was 31. And, remember when our parents, when we were 31, our parents would be like, just keep living. Just keep living. You never know, what will happen in your life where you might have to, rely on somebody or have a little soft reset and get it back together. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was just kind of unfair how it was put out there about Linden.
Excellent point, Stacey. I don't have to re-respond to Ty because that's all I'm
only on this time. Gotcha.
No, I was gonna say, now that I think about it, it might even work, because didn't he say he works till 5, 6 in the morning?
He don't. He does night. He does club work. Yeah,
right.
He may not even see his roommate.
The bartender. So right. So and then too, he's probably been single for a few years. It's kind of what's the point? I might as well have a roommate. Why not split the bills with somebody? I don't got no girl. I'm always out. I'm home. 6 hours out the week. What's the? You know what I'm saying? So for his life at this point, it might make sense, but he might meet somebody and say, oh, shoot, I'm about to get me a boo. Let me start changing some things up. It might make sense for him to change it up, just like it makes sense for him to have the life that he has now with the roommate.
Well, he also stated, I was listening. I was actually listening. He also stated that something happened with his property owners before, and they sold his home before the lease was over. And as a business owner, I had that happen. So when it was time for my lease renewal, the new landlords were trying to charge me an arm and a leg, $1,000 more than what I was paying previously for my office space. I was like, no, I'm going to find me another space now. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, landlords sell property right under you all the time. It happens.
Yeah. Shout out to another round.
Another round in the house.
I think for a woman, when it comes down to a man having a roommate, sometimes we just think as long as it's not permanent. I think, you know, she wants to get married and all this, probably looking at it like, where's there room for me? And I think also your expectations when you sign up for a show that says ready to love, you think that a person is already in
ready
that
to love.
all are in different situations, right? It's the situation he's in. We all have it. So it depends on how much you like the person. If I like you, I'm gonna stick with your situation as long as it's changing. If it's staying the same, I'm gonna be like, no. But if I like you, I mean, we all have different situations. You never know.
Right. Exactly.
But I think for a woman, you know, that's what it is. You just think, well, how ready is this man if he still has a ring?
Yeah, facts. I agree. Does anyone have anything else to say about Linden? Because next we have Natasha, who is 37. She's an attorney, and she enters and she says that she is like a grand biscuit.
A brand biscuit? She called herself a biscuit?
A flaky one. The flaky brand.
Wait, I like what?
I got it. You know, she's
I don't
saying
wanna-
that
she's
she
I don't
she
wanna get
has
the Sharice
layers
up
to her. You just don't bite into that flaky layer of biscuit. You peel layer per layer. But I leave the flaky biscuits on the counter every time. I don't. That's the last ones left of the group. I don't eat it.
She's the best.
No, but I actually like Natasha, and I'm surprised that they voted her off. And on my channel, I said something real funny. I said, y'all, don't she look like somebody? I said she looks like Stacy, and she looks like Simone mixed in one. And
yeah, conglomerate.
Yep, that's what I said. It looked like, yeah, it looked like a look at Stacy's face.
Sorry.
That's what I thought. That's what
I'll
it reminded
tell
me
you.
of.
All of us fair-skinned ladies don't look alike. But I'll tell you who she reminds me of.
Boy.
Do y'all watch the Bell Collective? You know the DJ? The lady?
Yeah.
That's more of who she reminds me of.
You really? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Why y'all laughing?
I got so many different thoughts going
on. Let's hear.
Okay, because we got so much more to cover. Does anyone have anything else to say about Natasha? And
that's it, Tambra. Yes, Tracy, that's who, Tambra. You right.
Yeah, Tambra, yeah.
If I was to say anything, I would just say shout out to her. It's not easy getting voted off first.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah, that's definitely not fun.
You know.
Well, I wonder what's the point of having 16 people and you're gonna vote somebody off on the first.
Because he's gonna bring more people on.
I think it's
gonna
they're
bring
gonna bring people on.
She was real. She was a good sport about it. I felt like. But I'm like,
I think she was shocked. She was shocked.
Oh yeah, she had no.
I was
like,
too.
She was like, me? What?
Yep.
Yeah, she was definitely.
Yeah, because I thought they were gonna get the other chick. I thought Z. I thought it was gonna be Z. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Z.
That's what she. No, I knew it was gonna be her.
I thought it was.
I thought she was a little. Now she was a little spicy and demanding, and kind of like she got kind of. Blake twisted her up a little bit in her words, and he's like, "Does she really know what she want?" I was like, "Oh wow."
Yeah, that is. Yeah, he did kind of. Yeah.
And then she was.
And Blake is a talker. He's a talker. He knows how to. He's a talker. You gotta keep your eye on that one.
We're gonna get on him next.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't like the way he flipped it on her.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that bad, but that's what it felt like.
I ain't like the way he was talking at all. First of all, you get caught in a lie in the first episode, and I mean, it's kind of downhill from there for me.
Hold on, what
can I say something? Can I say something?
He said he didn't want kids, and then later on he said, "Well, if it's the right situation."
So I feel like Blake is going to be that guy that's going to go all the way to the end. I'm calling it now, right? That is your controversial guy that you're not going to like today. But I believe that like maybe mid-season, you're going to start to really see who he really is. I think they're hiding him from us.
sort of like the Juggernaut.
So
he wasn't so bad to me.
Who do you think is going to accept him though? And his kids.
I don't think that it's going to be anybody. Well, I think there's that one that said, you know, I sat down and I talked to Blake, and you know, it's a whole different thing. Well, I don't even remember who that lady's name was, but I could see them, you know.
I think he got a short rope, man.
I'm about to say, Jeffrey's probably the only person.
I don't think so, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna come up later on. He's gonna come up. It's gonna look like he's gonna go through the ringer, but he's gonna come up and he's gonna take it to the end.
I mean, they've already given some of the story away in the promos, so
yeah,
it don't look like he's doing so well.
I feel like he is, though. I feel like he will.
But with
Theo knows
but
we'll see.
So the thing is, it may be with the next two people that they're gonna bring on for him. But I feel like he's gonna go. He's got some distance to go.
I appreciate Paul always fighting for the underdog.
Always.
Always.
Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Mimi because she said he looked like a Chippendale, and now when I saw him with that V with his shirt half unbuttoned, he looked like he was gonna just pop it on open.
What, this one?
Looked like a can of
this
biscuits.
one?
Pop it open like some biscuits.
So you know that
him in that mohawk. I thought that was a fade.
You know that picture is nothing but marketing strategy to help sell the story of what you would think. Because if I look at that picture right there, go back to it, Ty, real quick. If I look at that picture says arrogance, cockiness, and everything.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, he's all that.
Not really.
He is.
Not really.
He's all that in a good way.
It's showing a little bit of insecurity to me. Like he's trying to comfort himself.
Yeah, if I saw that picture, I would think the opposite. He doesn't look to me. He doesn't look cocky or arrogant in that picture.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I think
he's cocky and arrogant.
I think with the shirt unbuttoned thing, that says that, you know what, I'm it. I've arrived. This is what's happening.
That's what
I don't.
Look at me. Look at my hair.
Yeah, but now, but I tell you, he's probably the direct opposite of what the image is selling. I got hope for him. So I think he's going to go far.
Keep hope alive. You keep hope alive.
Yeah. I got to ride with him, man. I got to ride with him. I do.
Yeah, he looks tense. It looks like he's trying to soothe himself by putting his hands in his pocket. He look a little uncomfortable. Not even smiling.
Tyrone, now you know we take about 53 pictures.
I understand. I'm just talking about this one.
That
I'm just talking about this one.
Picture.
That was the way they told him to stand. You know how that go. You know exactly what they did. They made you pose 7 or 8 different ways, and then they took the picture, and then the one that you didn't want, they showed.
True. I'm just talking about the picture.
That part.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the picture, not him. You know.
No, I know. Yeah, no doubt.
I put Stacy in the middle.
Wow. Okay.
Stacy was able to pick her picture.
Oh,
no, I wasn't. My picture was not cute. I would have picked a whole different picture. That wasn't cute.
Yeah, mine.
You have to share it with us.
Mine was horrible. So next we have Z. And in the way, and like you said, really be like, it was how they introduced them, because by the time they introduced her, she just was like, I hope that, like, it was no introduction for her. It was like she had a little comment about something. I don't even know what it was. They ain't even talk about her no more. They ain't say nothing. And they just had Z, 34, digital strategist. And that was it. So, I mean, of course, you know, we got a little bit more into her. You know, she was on the bottom, on the chopping block. And other than that, I didn't really, honestly, I don't even remember her for real.
I do.
I do. She kept saying she was an alpha male. She was an alpha female. That was the conversation. Alpha. That was getting on my nerves.
And she's a virgin.
Yeah, likewise.
Right.
But then she
She's a
lied. She
virgin.
was like, "No, I'm
She's a
not."
virgin.
She said it. She
She
told
said it, but then
yeah.
She said
but
she
then
was
she said,
just
"No, I'm
joking.
not. I'm just playing."
And then he was like, well, shoot, I don't know what to believe coming out your mouth now.
Right.
You know, one thing I will say about Z is I would have liked, actually, I don't know. I think she probably looks a lot better with the makeup off. I don't think that the makeup coordinated or it sold, you know, her presence. Not saying anything wrong about that. I just feel like she probably has more beauty natural than, you know, with the stuff on or whatever.
Yeah, she's definitely looking better on the show than in this picture. But I'm a fan of Z, so Z is someone I think will be who Paul thinks Blake will be.
Ty, who are you not a fan of?
I like
everybody.
I like them all. I like them all.
No,
yeah.
You always every season you like everybody. Even
they gotta give me a reason to not like them. And right now, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like anytime when a woman says that I'm alpha, right? Then that means that you can allow a man to be or to take charge or to do, you know, what we would consider gender roles, right? So sometimes there's competition. I think when you have two alphas in the building, right? You know, the lion and the lioness aren't equal, right? Like they don't have the same roles. Now imagine what if the lioness tried to do what the lion did, right? Then, you know, and try to eat before the lion. You know what I mean? You're always gonna have that fighting back and forth. I just don't think that, you know, even if you feel like you're an alpha female, I don't think you should announce that, because at the end of the day, you're pretty much saying, I don't want anybody because I want to be the one on the top. I want to be top dog. Don't say it. Just be who you are.
I'm not getting that at all. I don't
She's
know. Maybe
saying
it's
out of
just
her
me.
mouth.
I'm not getting it.
Date a feminine man. You date a man who's not alpha if you're an alpha female.
I mean, I'm not intimidated by that. Like, if you can go
That's
hunt,
not
then let's go hunt. There's less I got to do.
Yeah, but see, then at the end of the day, those are the same people that are saying, "Oh, I don't need no man. All he is a decoration, and whatever. I can do it by myself." Like, don't nobody want to hear that. Even if you feel like that, your mate doesn't want to hear that at all. Your mate wants to hear you say, "Look, I need you just as bad as you, or just as much as you need me, and we can do this together. I'm not going to put myself above you and, you know, take from who you are as a man. I'm going to allow you to be the leader, you know, like a man would. Like, you don't send a woman walking through the door when the house is on fire, right? You send the man in there, and the man is going to go in there and grab the kids or grab the valuables or do whatever and put his life at risk. So at the end of the day, if you're not going to, if you're saying I'm alpha, well then be alpha. Then you need to go in there and go get the kids or whatever. And that looks crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything. I don't open doors in front of men. I don't open.
I stand right there at the door and be waiting.
I think we think it's
I act like a dazzle Christ.
Yeah. What if
this door ain't gonna open itself?
Yeah.
I'm with you, P.O. I agree with you, honey. Because of all the things, if you're on a first date, of all the things that you can say to stick in a man's head to have him remember you, right? You're gonna be sitting here talking about I'm an alpha female. No, I'm sweet, I'm caring. Oh, I love to go on vacations. Oh, I love to cook. Oh, you know, these are the things that I enjoy. This is the type of man that I love. Oh, I love your hairline. Like something. Don't sit here trying to have this debate. What I got from it is that she likes to debate.
Right.
Because that is a conversation debate starter right there.
And that's why the guys were like, she gives off homegirl vibes, because you're saying I'm an alpha and I'm this and that. But then in my mind, you're no longer like it kind of what Paul just said. From now it goes from this is somebody that I want to wine and dine, I want to open doors for, I want to, you know, you know, I want to, you know, lay my jacket down. You know what I'm being very chivalrous to, oh, this is my homegirl that we're going to go watch the game with. Because she, you know what I mean? When you say that, it flips a switch.
It's true.
Right.
I didn't take it like that. It just meant that she about her business, just like he is.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
damn,
if you
should
think
she
about
not be
it,
a
why?
alpha
Well, my
woman?
thing is then, why are you here?
A man doesn't
Why
have
are
to
you
announce
here?
himself as a man. A
But
man
he
doesn't have
did.
to announce himself as a man, and a woman doesn't have to announce herself as a woman ever.
You're just gonna be that.
And in that instance, a man may have said it as well, but I recall her also saying this again in another conversation with another guy. That's why I was like, okay, like we get it, sis.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying, Ty. That might be how she meant it, but what Poe, you know, what P.O. is saying is it flips that switch for him when he hears that from a woman. When it takes all the sexy out of it. She, you know, now okay, well, all right, cool. You know, you my homie now. Like I'll buy you a drink.
Yeah,
You
my homie. You cool. You
yeah,
still a good.
you
You
find,
still a nice. You still beautiful. But
yeah,
you
you don't
just
want to
told
be
me you don't.
leveling up.
Yeah,
I gotta level up.
So
I
what
gotta
you're
match
saying,
my
Ty. I think
girl's
that's how she
energy.
meant it.
Right.
Right. I think that's how she meant it, and I don't think she meant harm by it. But I think that's what he's saying. That's how he, in his mind, it was like flip.
I just feel like a lot of men got a lot of captain in them, right? And if they are with a woman who don't need them, it's kind of like they feel hopeless in the relationship when it don't have to be that way. You know, you can have your woman want you but not need you. Do you know what I mean?
Well, but see, this is the thing though. The relationships can only exist when two people rely on each other, right? And to rely on each other is to need each other. That's where you get balance, right? The moment that you step off and you say, I don't need my wife anymore. I don't need her. I just want her to be here. Then she's now she's no longer significant and she can be expendable. And so when you don't need a person, that means that they're always 100% expendable at any time. And so you have to have some sort of need for the person, or else then you should be alone. If you don't need something, why have it? People, like when you were born, you weren't born with a crack pipe. That's something that people don't need. Crack addicts they should be able to leave crack alone because they don't need that. I'm just saying. So I'm saying
we go from alpha female to crack pipe. Like how we do that houseway?
But what I'm saying is that's something that you don't need, right? You don't need that to exist. But to coexist in a marriage or in a relationship or a strong relationship or a real committed relationship, two people should rely on each other and need each other to balance each other. That's all I'm saying.
I'll say this in all fairness. If I was there and a man would introduce himself and tell me he's an alpha male, I'll be just as put off. Like, what are you telling me that for? Tell me something about you. That is so dumb. Like, why are we having this leadership tug of war and we barely know each other's first names? Like, that's crazy to me. I'd rather you tell me you a Taurus. Hell.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna move forward. Somebody has an echo. Sharice, check your set, because I think when you came in, I started to hear the echo. Check your setting. Do you have two screens up? Maybe.
No.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't hear it now. I think we're good. I'm not sure what it was. So next we have Dre, who enters into the scene. He is a radio producer and a DJ. His definition of love is his girl passing gas right pretty much next to him. And then he starts doing a rap for the ladies. And he says that, you know, his height can put a damper on his love life, but he is going to just be himself and find a girl that understands him.
All right. We got a picture.
All right, Todd, we have the picture. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Andre. So,
you can see him in the whole picture.
Yeah, so I have to first off, I gotta say, 'cause as a fellow producer, right? You know, I was rooting for you just for that alone, right? But the moment you come to a dating situation and you drop a hot, quick 16, you're pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much over. It's pretty much over because, yeah, like come on, man, Dre, bruh.
He came up as a bratty little brother.
Production and SHIT for this, man, because it seemed like they got all the bad clips of him.
That's true. Yeah, they probably
this
murdered
is
him on that one.
and this even this picture is not doing him justice, because when I was watching the show, like, you know, in different scenes, I was like, oh, he's really handsome. He's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Nice teeth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I just feel like, you know, I don't know, for him, I think he got discounted just by that sort of flavor. And then, you know, when Homegirl got up and just walked off, like, all right, I'm over this. You know.
Well, I don't have y'all reality background, but I thought I label him as the fall guy. It's somebody every season, especially in the beginning, a couple of people that you know they're going to get eliminated for whatever reasons. And of course, Dre is 5'2". Sabrina and P.O. thought I was that short. I was a little offended, but I met P.O. in person, so he knows I can look him.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
But,
And that's
no doubt
crazy.
J Dub, listen, J Dub is tall. I thought J Dub was 5'5". J Dub was like 6'2", 6'3", somewhere around there.
That's crazy. I know. I thought J Dub was short for like 4 years. It's like you.
Yeah, and to me, it was presentation. He didn't seem like he was there, you know, to impress, if you will, because you're going to meet a lot of different ladies. You know, bring something. It looked like he was dressed for a cookout, so that's another thing.
He was very playful, I thought. He's cute, but I can't believe he's 39. I thought he was younger.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He looks young.
Yeah, he came off to me. I agree with Sharice. He came off as like the bratty little brother. Like, he was the one when you went over your friend's house, the bratty little brother that was just kind of hanging around, that told the jokes, like sing a song or do a rap. You know what I mean? Like and I agree. I couldn't believe he was 39.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah, I think production or casting may have thought, you know, he had potential. You know, he is a talker, so he probably could have carried some minutes on the show. He's popular, you know, on Instagram. I think he's probably the most popular one on Instagram, and it just happened to be a donkey in a room full of quarter horses, and it just didn't work.
Him and Natasha should.
You mean like a Shetland?
They would have been.
I agree.
I mean, I know that sounded bad, but he's just a small dude. Like, he's the smallest person in the room.
Do y'all feel like he
know.
got eliminated because of his height?
I thought him and the other girl.
I think superficially, yes.
Natasha.
I mean, I think it was pretty superficial because, like, again, I mean, you said it earlier, Sabrina. We were on the show because we weren't doing something right, and sometimes it means opening yourself up to people you wouldn't normally think of. And so I'm sure somebody's missing their blessing with Andre, because they can say what they want to say, but to me, he looks like a rich little nerd. So they can sleep on him if they want to.
He's still available.
I could say, yeah. I could say though, he seems genuinely like a nice guy.
Yeah,
he
seems like somebody fun.
He's handsome.
He seems like somebody fun to hang out with or whatever. You know, he's got a big personality, but I feel like, you know, you have to assess the situation, and there has to be something romantic or, you know, something spicy that needs to come out. That's all.
Yeah, he seemed like
in that situation.
What do you call it? The middle relief dude in the crew. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, not in a good way.
Well, he's single, guys. So, I mean, I don't know if he's dating anybody now, but you saw him get eliminated. If you feel like he is the one for you, you should go slide into his DMs I'm sure he is available. Because I mean, it just was a couple weeks ago. I mean, a couple months ago. I mean, I don't know. He might. I don't know. Good luck, Dre. Good luck.
Right.
Because he really did get voted off. Yeah. So next we
Because
have.
of his height.
Does everyone is it an agreement that he got voted off because of his height? Do y'all really feel like that?
I mean,
I feel like
I'm
that's
not saying
the biggest
it's right,
reason.
but I understand.
Yeah, I think it was a combo. I think it was a combo of his height and then, just his personality. Which wasn't bad. It just wasn't romantic.
Right.
It was like brotherly vibes.
Right.
Yeah, even Corvalla
Like,
was towering over him a few inches. So, he's like the smallest, tiniest little thing. I noticed that's like he's standing under her. I was like, wow. I thought she was like 4'11".
Because she looks kind of short too. Yeah. Okay, next we have Linden, who is 38, that enters the scene. He is a bar manager. He is from Kingston, Jamaica. And he said because of his job, women automatically thinks that he is a player because he is in the nightlife.
Did we do him already?
We kind
of blended together.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We were talking about. Does anyone have anything? Because we were talking about his living situation, right? Okay. All right. So then we have Marcia, who is 34, and she is a fashion designer. She totally loves herself. She would date herself, and says that that's probably why she's been single for this long.
And that's exactly what I wrote down.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She looks better than
the picture. She loves
looks a little older.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the one that I think that's the guy. That's the one that was talking to the guy that got eliminated, Andre, right? And said that pretty much it's time to go. It's checkout time.
Oh yeah.
It was raining. Yeah. She rolled out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's some clips of her with Linden trying to make a move, and then I think there's some kissing scenes with her.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's honey.
Yeah. So. I think she does a height.
Yeah, but I guess we really can't really discuss Marcia because they didn't really get into her so much. So I think that's the gift and the curse with them not having their little biographies going on. I mean, yeah, we don't want a whole story, but we do need like a piece to connect them.
Right. Yeah. I don't know, child, because I don't know. I'm sure it'll get better. It'll get better. All right. So since we're here now, let's go ahead and talk about this. And I think that because this technically is where we're at right now, and it just makes sense for us to discuss it.
Okay. Oh.
Hey.
So we have Rashid and we have Simone from Ready to Love Last Resort. I'm sure you guys do. Okay, so I hear an echo. Hello. Okay, it's gone. So they did come on with Tommy. He's pretty much like, I want to bring some people in. And who was it? I wrote it in my notes. Tommy says that there is pee in the dating pool, so you have to go deep. And he's going to start this season with 16 singles because normally it's 20, but it's only 16. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but at the very end, you actually saw some of the new couples that they showed in the teaser, which was a blower. I wish that they didn't show them, but it is what it is. He says he tells the singles that he wants to reintroduce them to some people. Anthony 39, a nurse practitioner, says if it is his ex-girlfriend, he is about to take off running. But he does introduce Simone from Ready to Love. You see how like he kind of the Anthony just kind of went just with that one little thing. They introduced him, put his name, his age, and then that was all he said. And then we just didn't see Anthony for a while again. I didn't like how they did that. But anyway, yeah. So Rashid and Simone. Now, Rashid and Simone, they come in. Oh God, I'm getting, because y'all know I want to jump right to the thing, but they come in and they do give some advice to some of the singles. They sit and they talk with them, and of course they're asking them like, how did they meet, et cetera, and then they kind of, you know, give them the backstory of their relationship. So I thought it was a huge surprise. It was a good surprise to see them. I am a huge fan of Rashid and Simone. I love them both dearly. I think that they're a great match. I think that they're an amazing, beautiful couple. And from what I see, they really, really love each other, because I'm not with them every day. I follow them on social media, but from what I see, it is genuinely love. And it's kind of cool that Ready to Love brought them together, and now they're engaged to be married. And it's the first couple that got engaged from Ready to Love at this point, because I know a lot of people were like, wait a minute, Joy and Clifton were engaged. But I want to say, I think Joy and Clifton got engaged after Rashid and Simone, because this was already filmed, and then Joy and Clifton just recently got engaged, you know, a month or so ago. So then this had taken place way before that. So, you know, congratulations to them. But I'm glad that Ready to Love also brought them in, because it was a change. I'm glad that they're allowing people from Ready to Love to come on that are in relationships, because it's a couple of people that are in relationships from Ready to Love. You got Mario and Reva, you got a bunch of couples, not a bunch, but you have a few couples that should really be on the show. And I don't know why they didn't put Reva and Mario to have been come on by now, and they've been going strong at least for like 5 years. But your thoughts about them being on the show?
I thought it was great. I thought this was a good thing for the show, because I feel like so many people are discredit the show, and they think that, I see a lot of people, like even the one girl, she got engaged after the show, even though it didn't happen on the show. But I feel like the show puts you in a good position, and sometimes there's so much negativity associated with the show. So I was so happy to see that they came. I did get to meet what's her name again? Simone.
Simone.
I didn't get to meet her, but she did. When she was in Miami, she did reach out to me, and I thought that was really nice. I didn't know what was going on, but she did reach out to me, and I think they make a perfect couple, because I watched the whole show they were on, the whole season, and it's amazing how they got together. And I think they are meant to be. You know, I see something there. It looks very genuine. They look happy, and I'm happy for them. I think this is excellent. This is amazing for the show. We needed it, because I feel like, you know, people just think Ready to Love is a joke, and it's not. I think some real love connections do come from it.
Yeah, agreed.
So well, I'll say this. I'm sorry. My bad, J-Dub. My bad. Go, brother.
Okay,
Go,
yeah, because I just want to switch it up a bit, because, you know, I have more of a cynical viewpoint about these things. And I hope I don't offend anyone, because I know everyone, or a lot of people, have a personal relationship with Rashid and Simone and all that. But I'm a YouTuber, so I say how I feel. The motto of my channel is say what I say. So here we go. With Rashid and Simone, I didn't feel the sincerity. I didn't get all warm and bubbly when I saw them. To me, it felt staged, and then I really almost lost my lunch when I saw them being love experts by being engaged and all that kind of stuff. I really wasn't feeling it. I thought it was a waste of time. And the way I look at Rashid and Simone, from me just looking at the screen, I felt like Rashid would have been with the other PYT that he was on her line from whatever season that he was on. If she said yes, I felt like Simone was almost the plan B or follow up or unlucky in love. So that's just the way I see it. I know a lot of people disagree with it, but that's how I see it. That's why I'm on here, to get my opinion. Thank you.
The number one comment. Well,
Dang. You go on, Paul?
There you go.
Right.
Just that's typical J-Dub right there.
It is.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'll say this. Well, first off, let me say this. I'm mad. I'm hating on Rasheed because he is the tallest person to ever be on Ready to Love. He's taller than me, and I'm mad about that.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm pissed. Yeah. So that being said, I had a chance to sit down and spend some time with these folks, and unlike J Dub, right, I saw something a little bit different, and just even in the conversations that I've had with the two of them, you could tell that they were real, that that everything that they were doing together was genuine. There was I didn't see I mean, even in the conversations that I had on a one-off basis with Rasheed, normally if somebody got some little, something slick on the side or whatever, they mention that, and he's all about his woman. He's all about that marriage, and making her his wife. It's just certain things that he shared with me. Said a lot about how he feels about Simone, and so I think that the way that they came together was genuine. I don't think Simone was a backup plan. I think that Simone was always on Rasheed's radar, and he had a chance to have her, and he shot his shot, and boom, there it is. Yeah, and even like watching that whole scene, I don't know. It seemed like she was caught off guard. It didn't seem like it was staged or anything like that. Now, to talk about the consultation, I would have liked to seen a little bit more of that, and I actually would have liked to have seen them sort of stick around a little bit longer, because what I was getting was just surface level conversation and not, really consultation from either of them.
So are they experts, PO? You let me know.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they're experts in terms of relationships, but neither is Tommy. But at the same time, they're experts in terms of how to navigate through this process. Coming in, you don't really know until you go through the whole entire process. So, I mean, I would give them that part.
And I'm gonna piggyback on. And I'm gonna piggyback on what PO said from the other side. In full disclosure, I am I ain't gonna say I'm real tight with Simone, but I talk to her a lot because she does legal commentary on my channel when we discuss like celebrity legal cases and stuff. So we talk a lot, when we're just planning and all that. And I do think it's genuine. That moment was genuine. Tommy didn't even know that Rasheed was getting ready to do that. So when you see Tommy's reaction, that is a real reaction. The head producer knew, another producer knew, but they didn't tell Tommy because they wanted that genuine reaction. And if you are around them as a couple, it's real. It's real. And so I know at times things don't translate. I know we get an idea of who we think people are because we see them on the show. But when you're around them, it's real. I mean, it is. They really do love each other. And it's a real relationship. It's not a business relationship. It's real. I see some of the comments, people like, oh, it's a business. No, they really love each other. They really do. That's
I mean, I broke bread with these folks. Rasheed had his son there, and she's treating his son like her son. And you could feel that sort of that specialness there. It's not like she's sitting there like, oh yeah, tell your kid to come here and let me get his plate. It's like she's looking at him like that's my son. Like we're together. This is a unit. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I can tell y'all just from my experience. I'm very good friends with Simone. I was at her bachelorette party. I went to the engagement watch party, and just her looking back, watching this moment on TV, like watching it, she was brought to tears. Like very sincere. It was a very sentimental moment for her. And Jada, I'm gonna have to tell you, you're lucky my little internet was acting crazy and I had to jump to my phone because Simone Red Wine Esquire will never play second fiddle to anyone, baby. And if you know her personality, you know there's no room for anyone else. She is the real deal. She's a big personality, and she's also a very loving and sincere person. And oftentimes when these type personalities are shown, people cast them as insincere or too much or this or that. But she's really a very nice, kind, loving person. And Rasheed would never have to take a second pick because he's a manly man. You know what I mean? He knows what he wants. He goes for what he wants. He will work hard for it. I've seen him help her with her investment property, help her build it up. He's there every step of the way. I see them, at their home now, like making fire pits and doing things together. We schedule play dates with our kids and their son. So this is a real family, and I really don't care what anybody has to say. This is what someone who's been on the show, like, I hope I can get just a touch of that at some point. You know what I mean? Because you might not get there fast and you might not get there easy, but the goal is to get there. Yeah. And so I really admire the love that they share and them two as individuals, and the unity that's coming together is amazing. So you need to sit your little ass down and don't be playing with my girl no more. Because, baby, first of all, I will call my Aunt Diamond and have her wave some feathers and light a candle on that ass.
Well, let me clear my name for a second. I'm certainly not a backpedaler. Now, when I say as far as Simone being Plan B, I mean this is again because I don't have the expertise. I didn't get invited to the engagement party. I don't have play dates or watch them build fire.
Well, I can guarantee you won't be invited to the wedding. You ain't getting an invitation to the wedding either, boo.
Yeah, I ain't getting an invitation to the wedding. But just the fact of the matter, can I finish, please? Absolutely do I not see, when I say Plan B, I mean this is what I saw on TV. I thought Rasheed was wrapped around I forgot the young lady's finger, that he wanted to go that way so bad. All she had to do is say yes. I actually thought that Simone was an excellent candidate, and I didn't know why more men were after her, because she was a professional. She had a wonderful personality. She's attractive, all those things. And I couldn't see why no one, like so many people, weren't gravitating towards her. But I'm thinking the young lady that Rasheed was so gone after, all she had to do is say yes. This whole story would have turned out differently. So it has no reflection of what I think about Simone. No, she's top tier. There's no question about that. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah. Yeah.
I sometimes when I'm working out, I see people, kind of run backwards on the treadmill too, just like how you just did.
No. I mean, well, I got a little YouTube channel, and what everybody knows who watch my channel, I say what I say. I mean, it don't matter how it feels. I mean, in a bit, just to put it out there, I'm glad I think this panel was actually biased. It's like, oh yeah, me and actually Simone's right here with me. That's a little bit too close. So how could you really have a true unbiased?
It's not biased when you're speaking from experience, though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we're like the three people that spoke are people that know them in real life. So I don't think that's being biased when you know the situation. I think it would be biased if we were all sitting here and we didn't know them, and I was like, well, I just like Simone, so I think you're wrong. I think when it's not biased because we're telling you, hey, we've been around these people, we've seen it. This is real. This isn't staged. It isn't for TV. It's real. That doesn't mean, nobody knows what happens down the road, but where we are in this moment right now, it's real. That doesn't mean that Rasheed didn't really care for the girl on his season. We know that happens, but it ended. It was over. She didn't say yes. She didn't whatever. And so him and Simone were friends. The friendship grew and it evolved into it wasn't like he woke up one morning and was like, well, she didn't want me. Let me go over here. Their friendship grew. and it evolved into that. And I don't think it's biased when people are speaking from what they know. That's my opinion, though. So.
Well, I don't care. I'll be biased.
Because Last Resort was like what, 4 years ago, 5 years?
5 years ago.
4 years. Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't that long ago, but it was like at the
like
beginning of the pandemic, right, Stacey? Yeah, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll say, one thing about Rasheed, shout out to him, because real talk,
Sharice,
like, I don't have a. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sharice.
That's
I never had a relationship with Rasheed at all. Like, so like when I came and I met him the first time, he laid everything out. He was a perfect, gentleman. You understand what I'm saying? A good friend, very, welcoming. Like, it was like, my casa, su casa type thing. And you could just tell he's a good person just from the door. And then you could see that good energy, you know what I mean, when working within his unit, him and his fiance. I was gonna say wife, but his fiance. You could see that good energy just flowing. So I mean, it's just, he's that kind of guy, and I believe that, how he came off, it was real, it was genuine, 100%.
I remember seeing him on the show, him and her, and I felt like they were both ready. So I'm happy for them. I don't know them personally. Like I said, I had an opportunity to meet her, but I didn't. But to see them on the show individually as people, and then to see them come together, it seems so genuine and so real and so meant to be. Because I feel like he was always ready. He's a man that's been ready. So he's looking for his wife, and he found her. And I thought she was ready on the show, They both seemed like they were ready on their season. So it was just meant for them to be.
Yeah.
All of us are going to get a turn one day. We've been touched by Ready to Love.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I definitely support them. I'm really, really happy for them. I believe it was really, really good for the show. It legitimizes the show.
Yes.
It shows that it does work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're willing to put in the work. As far as them being experts, I mean, who else are you going to ask that's been on the show? I mean, there's a lot of us, and J-Dub, you get on me for this, right? There's a lot of us that would want to be where they are right now. Like, the goal is to get that, and they have it. So, we should support that. You know what I mean? Especially like in that environment, it's going to be a lot of haters, a lot of naysayers, but to still go through it all and make a commitment to someone when you have all these people rooting against you, like, that's not easy. And I don't think they have anything to gain by doing that, because they're already successful individually. Do you know what I mean? So shout out to them.
And y'all know what? To my understanding, Tommy was unaware. This was kept from Tommy. And so his expressions on this scene, like when he finds out, like when he sees the proposal, were his genuine responses, because it caught him by surprise as well.
Yeah, he was jumping up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Does anybody have anything else to say about Rasheed and Simone?
No, I guess I'm off J-Dub's Christmas card list too.
No, I'm an alpha male. I'm not bothered by your aggression.
Touche.
Oh gosh. Well, either way, congratulations to Rashid and Simone. They obviously are absolutely ready to wed. And I think that they have a subscription on I want to say on YouTube or on Instagram, maybe both, where you could follow their journey to get wed. So definitely subscribe to them if you want to see the behind the scenes. From my understanding, it's not going to be public. So if you guys are interested, definitely sign up for that. And shout out to them. Congratulations. All right, moving forward. Next, we have Blue, who is 40 years old, who is a lounge owner. He says that he is spontaneous and outgoing, and he is ready for the experience. Thoughts on Blue?
Hey, Blue.
I'll go.
I was gonna. I think he's a silent assassin.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I think Blue's got a little ace or two up his sleeve.
What?
I don't think that. I don't know. I think he might be kind of a short runner, maybe not a long runner in this. I think that. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he is that guy that's very, very silent and wins them in and pulls them in and then hit him with the wham later on. But I think he's got something up his sleeve.
I thought he stopped. All right, my bad.
No, go ahead. No, you good.
As far as Blue, I'm with the consensus I've been hearing around YouTube. I said in my review, I think Blue looks a bit older than he does, but what I do think is he's the perfect candidate, let's say, for a younger woman who wants an older man, still attractive, established. Looks like he can still have some fun. He has a cool personality. I'm not sure I don't remember him speaking about like if he wanted to have children or more children or if he even had children. I don't remember that part, but I think he would go well for somebody who's looking to settle down, more so have fun and not really like focus on family. Like a sugar daddy.
He's too young to be a sugar daddy.
40.
Hey, don't believe those numbers. That is not real. That is not real.
Well,
just because they put it up there,
you may have a point with that one.
Yeah.
We know those numbers bounce around from time to time.
Sorry. Yeah, I think I agree with Tyrone about him being like the silent guy because he just seems like he's so laid back. He was like, yeah, I'm spontaneous. I just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? One day I might want to jump out of a plane. The next day, you know what I'm saying? I might want to, like sit and just smoke some hookah and a cigar. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just be chilling. I was like, I like
Okay, so I thought I was the only one.
No, because he's like real, like suave. It's something about him, like
he has that je ne sais quoi. And
exactly.
And he comes off like he got some common sense.
Yes, and I think that's
with
what it
common
was
sense.
Yeah, like I feel like I can sit and actually have a grown conversation with this man. That's what I got from him. I like that. Yeah,
he was super cool.
Yeah, so hopefully Blue will find some love, honey. And I see people talking about his eyes, how he got pretty eyes. So let's see what happens.
Bahamas or Jamaica? I'm not sure.
I thought it was Jamaica, but I'm not certain either.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said Bahamas, but it's Jamaica, I think. I'm almost sure.
Yeah, so
y'all gonna have me go to Miami and get me a little Jamaican man. Woo, child.
He's definitely not from
Jamaica. I don't know how they is a Jamaican or Haitian or some Latin culture. That's it.
Yeah, he's not Jamaican.
Jamaica is Linden. Linden is from Jamaica. At least that's what I wrote in my notes. That don't mean it's right. That's what I wrote in my notes.
Yeah, and Linden, and I just want to hear everybody say my name. In their little Jamaican, Haitian, all the accents, all the little Miami stuff, say it.
You say your name too.
I'm just doing that because I'm right under J-Dub on my phone. I don't know if I'm actually under him on the panel.
You are. You're right under him.
That was directed to you.
Who? Me? I ain't hear it. I thought we had a technical difficulty.
All right, guys. So does anyone have anything else to say about Blue?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Oh
no, he shook their head.
Oh, are y'all messing with each other?
Sabrina,
All
you
right,
can hear me. Is that correct?
I can hear you.
I know.
I think
I thought
Stacy's frozen.
No, I'm
Yeah.
playing.
Oh, you
okay.
acting like Z.
Oh my God. All right. So Tommy enters the room, and as Tommy is entering in the room, they show Mercedes, who's 31. She is a flight attendant, and all she pretty much says is, I hope Tommy can find me a man. And that's how Mercedes is introduced into the scene. So quick thoughts on Mercedes 31.
Don't have anything
Why
to
they
go
find a
off
flight
of,
attendant every season? I feel like every season they have a flight attendant.
Yeah.
Flight attendant, real estate agent, attorney.
Attorneys.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been a lot of attorneys. Yeah. I am feeling
Fashion designers.
I like her. I think she got a good vibe.
Me
Which
too.
one?
I like her.
I think she's gorgeous. Like it was something about her that I was like, "Ooh, I like her."
She reminds me of a young Trina.
She looks like Looney in this picture.
No. Did you see her with her hair out though? She looks like Trina.
The rapper?
Yeah. From back like young Trina.
Not old Trina.
Not in this picture.
Y'all always trying to make somebody look like somebody. That
She
lady
looks
is beautiful
like
on her own accord. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean,
is this her? No, that's I don't think I have no pictures of
I mean,
her.
I like her. She seemed cool. She's,
wasn't much to go off, but I mean, the ladies are impressive this season. I can say that overall. See, Nicole Brown agrees. Yes, Looney. In this picture, this looks like Looney. Little fella.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it wasn't much to. I didn't have that many.
I don't have no
either. I don't. Yeah. So, then we meet Demario, who is 37. He is an accountant. He says that since there are 16 singles, that pretty much we have to date, or they have to date with intention. And that's all I got for Demario during that scene. He's 37. Do you have the things up, Tyrone?
Well, we just gonna say that the eye bandits, they the thoughtful and intentional ones. That's exactly what I wrote. I said seems thoughtful and intentional.
Yeah. I don't get much from Demario either, though.
What does he have on?
Baby, we don't know. He's an accountant. He being cheap.
Oh, wow.
But I bet his
he said that he was into fashion. He said he was into fashion.
Yeah.
Look like
he got I don't agree.
With the burgundy and then that silk polyester shirt I meant.
With that wool jacket look like? Yeah,
yes.
That's a lot going on.
His pants look corduroy. I'm sorry. He's handsome though. He's very attractive, but he needs to
that shirt is satin.
He's like he kind of reminds me of like a tall tan Michael Ealy. Since y'all trying to make somebody into somebody.
He looks like that. He looks like that toy from back from the 2000s. When my daughter wanted
a toy.
Yeah, you ever heard of a Furby? The
oh my God!
Gas.
Yeah, look up a Furby right now, and you'll see.
I know what a Furby is. I just can't believe you said that man looked like a Furby.
That's what he looked like. I'm serious. I'm not. What do you call it? I'm not judging, saying like he's not attractive to the ladies and all that. I'm just saying that's what he reminds me of. That's how Furby's eyes and their mouth, move.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Just look it up. Just Google it for those who don't know. Just a Furby. Put his picture back up and then put the Furby right beside him. Ty Slides, give me a Furby picture next to Demario.
I know please don't, Ty. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'm trying to understand, where was this mixer at? Because this don't look like a mansion.
I actually like the house they had.
For the mixer?
I mean, wherever they met at. Yeah, the house was nice. It had a water view and everything.
I just saw that full stack bar. It seemed like they rented out like a hotel or something.
Oh yeah, because he was at the bar with Z.
Mm-hmm.
And that bar had everything in it.
Really, they did. Oh, wow. Must be nice.
They had top shelf.
Right.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, they didn't have Seagrams.
I mean, I had wine coolers. Know what y'all had?
I knew what y'all would feel the kind of way because y'all are familiar with the accommodations and everything. You know what they gave y'all and didn't give y'all. Well, they didn't do much on the transportation budget. They got them some Land Rovers Evoques and maybe one Suburban, but you know.
Oh my gosh. So Demario.
How old did they say he was?
37.
So they went with like younger for the first 16, for the first 8 and 8. They went with like younger women and Sue-Ann, and then older men.
No, I think the oldest guy is 40. Right?
Yeah, I was about to say they all young.
Yeah.
No, Blake
I feel
is
like all
44.
the women are 31.
Oh, yeah, I think Blake probably is the
Blake
oldest
is
one.
44, and Blue is 40 plus 10.
Tony is 42. Listen to you and your shade. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Somebody want to be shady boots tonight.
This is how I am. This is what I do. P.O. know. He know me.
Oh, I know him up.
P.O. know me. So yeah, I mean everybody was teetering 40 on the men's side, pretty much.
Yeah, but most of the women seem to be like 31-ish.
Right.
Everybody I wrote down was 31. And then Marcia was 34 and Sue-Ann was 39, and that was it. That was weird to me.
I agree. We got Blake trying to convince a bunch of 30-year-old women that they shouldn't have kids.
That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm like he need to read the room. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you ain't gonna pull that one off.
And then he was like, I'm just playing.
87%.
Right.
I'm talking about the 13%.
But I mean, I understood what he was saying, but I think his analogy, delivery, whatever he was trying to say, portray, whatever, he just said it the wrong way. Because I mean, I get it, and I understood what he was trying to say. Because in real life, I kind of was like that too. Because I was like, in real life, it's just easier for me to just be like, no, I don't want no kids. It's hard for me to be like, I don't mind having your kid if I can have bed rest. I don't gotta work. You gonna pay for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now I'm considered a high risk. You know, like you gonna make sure I eat good. And you're going to make sure my bills is taken care of while I'm on bed rest because I can't work because I'm carrying your child. So it's easy for me to just be like, no, I'm not having no kids. But if I'm going to have your kid, then yeah, I don't mind having no babies at 47. I'll have your baby. But it just need to make sense. It was just hard for me to explain that on the show. And when I did, then people got it. And I think that's when they realized that they wasn't millionaires and that I wasn't going to have no baby by them. So,
Ooh.
Well,
right, J-Dub. That's what you want, right?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's fair.
All right, guys. Next, we have Sue-Ann, who is introduced by meeting Simone and Rasheed, and pretty much what she says is real life couple goals. That's how we meet Sue-Ann. Sue-Ann is where's Sue-Ann? Ty, you got it. Oh, you got it. Where's Sue-Ann? Sue-Ann is 39 years old. What did you think of Sue-Ann?
I missed her altogether. She ain't even in my notes.
I don't remember her either.
Oh, shoot.
It must have went by so fast. I missed her. She's not even in my notes.
That's why I said, man, it literally, they was introducing people in the middle of scenes, not even their scene.
Right.
Which ain't even give them an opportunity for us to have an opportunity. That's why the casting special is so imperative. Like they need to have a casting special.
Yeah, they need to go back to doing that. Yeah,
Well,
they need to go back to doing because
the
you really get a chance to know people. Yeah.
Right. Look, Sabrina said who? Right. Like, yeah, she was gorgeous. I really noticed her towards the end, during like the elimination stuff. So
quit that squeaking. Oh.
It's okay. So
I did a little short panel with the fellas, talking about all the ladies, and Sue was the one where all the fellas was like, out of everyone on the show, she would be the first one that we would want to have a conversation with. Yeah.
No,
wow.
Morgan.
Like, yeah, because this picture is a lot different than the profile picture on her Instagram. So
what's her Instagram profile picture?
She looks like a young, I've lived, I'm successful, but I'm ready to have some fun.
Ready for fun.
Okay.
So
might work
just
out
looking at the profile picture alone, we was like, dang, is this the same person?
Yeah. So all right. So it's not much on Sue Ann, unfortunately. Okay. So everyone's
stepped away real quick. Ty, were you saying that that's the she's the attorney for Shanquella Robinson, right?
I'm pretty sure she's really popular.
Yeah, I think that's the same one. Yeah, she's she's one of the attorneys for the family for Shanquella Robinson.
That's tight. Yeah.
All right. She's an attorney. That's her reputation.
Yeah.
I think Ben Comp or something she works with.
All right, guys. It's unfortunate that they didn't have much on Sue Ann because I would have, but I'm sure she'll be in.
Wait. Hold up. Hold up now. I just went to the Instagram page. That's my soror. Y'all better not say nothing about her.
Oh boy.
Even if it's
Here
the
we
truth,
go.
don't say nothing.
Hold up.
Wait, what sorority? What sorority?
We some deltas over here, baby.
Yeah, she got
you
the
go. Ooh,
elephant.
whatever that is. No.
Don't play. Don't play. Don't play. Don't have me catch a flight. TO. Don't do it.
Hey, I know how to
Don't
make I know how to make the Delta punch. All right.
Man.
I'm working on something for you Deltas. So because you guys have no, seriously, I'm putting together the video for you guys. You guys have something coming up soon, so
J13.
yeah.
You better know. Friday, baby.
Okay, so you know who's putting it together. All I'm waiting for is the video with Joe Biden to put that up.
I can't wait. I'll be looking. You can redeem yourself with me.
Okay. Anyway.
Sorry, I had a moment.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a shameless plug.
I was gonna let y'all have y'all moment.
That was a shameless plug. Actually,
No.
You know what?
Plug it on up. I don't mind the plugs. Plug it all up. Plug it all up. Okay.
He always shameless plugging himself.
Plug it up.
He got a book, a movie. He's doing videography. He about to have the PO models coming out. PO bottles. Next time you in DC, pop a PO bottle. It's gonna be called.
I'm still waiting for my T-shirt.
Oh, so yeah, you know what? No, it's the other joint. I'll show you the merch. Actually, I'll send you the merch. I'm gonna send it to you.
I was about to say.
No, for real, I'm gonna send it to you. I got merch for you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send me some. I'm gonna do a photo shoot with some of my leggings because I'm about to come out with some of my leggings for the summertime. So that would be cute.
Right.
All right, guys. So moving forward, we have so they start to mix and mingle, and then Tony 42. Somebody say something. Hello.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So the people start mixing and mingling. Tony 42 is a tax director who has 2 sons, and he did not pretty much say it again.
I was trying to get the right guy.
Oh, yep, he didn't have a mother and father growing up in his household, and pretty much he says that he wants that for his 2 kids. He actually sits down with Morgan. They have a conversation. He talks about how his mother is a pastor. Morgan's like, my friends call me Pastor Morgan. So they do have a connection within their religion and their spirituality. They sit and talk about that and their beliefs and pretty much what they want in a relationship. What do you guys, or how do you feel about Tony? And let's talk about Morgan as well, because it was like a huge scene that actually, in my head, I put Tony and Morgan together. Now I can't get them out of my head. So
I think
together. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think Tony is actually Samson when he was 42. Same guy.
Oh my
God. I can't get a good read on him either.
What? I can't believe I said that.
No, like I'm rooting for him, but as a guy, yeah, I'm rooting for him, but as a guy, I see things that I just don't want to say just yet. You know,
why not?
Yeah, I mean, so he comes off though a little bit like he's soft spoken a little bit, but I could see the engine revving up in him a little bit. So I feel like you take it back to the old school days, Scooby Doo. When they took the mask off, you know what I mean? I feel like we might see that.
I didn't think he was being genuine when they brought up Faith, and she was like, "Yeah, my friends call me Pastor." His initial reaction, in my opinion, I felt like I saw him kind of be like, "Oh," and then he was like, "Yeah, my faith is important to me too." And that doesn't mean it's not true, but it just came off very. I'm gonna go along with this conversation now. You know what I mean? She that's how I felt.
Yeah, I think we kind of on the same pages. I would say, let's say everybody has a little bit of duality in them, but his is like almost like in a Gemini way. It's like they don't even know about each other. One guy is a preacher's kid, and he's big on faith, and this other guy is to me like a New York player. And I'm a little, what do you call it? I'm a little biased with New York people. I have a judgment on them. It's like the environment that they've been in, the way they talk, a lot of them, the way they act. I can't say everybody, but it's something about the New York in him. And I don't know if he's from New York, but I'm almost sure he is. And I'm really surprised with Morgan. I don't think Morgan knows that she's Morgan, because she almost got into like a pick me kind of vibe at the same time, where she was like, "Oh, you like to catch the bus? I'll drive the bus. Or you like to eat? I cook." I mean, just like pick me, whatever you like to. You like to breathe. I like to provide oxygen. I got that vibe. She's supposed to listen. Morgan's supposed to be lining them up. They supposed to be at Morgan's feet. Morgan got it going on, hands down, number one pick, MVP, all that. But I don't think she knows that.
Yeah, Morgan is dope. Morgan's dope.
She is.
I want to see her work though. I want to see what she does.
You see her Instagram?
I have not.
I don't. What's her Instagram? I should have did some research.
I should have been on my recon, brother. I have not done any recon at all.
No. I said no, then I picked up my phone. Let me put it down.
What you want to see?
All right, let's see what we got here. Hold on, brother. Let me
Listen,
get.
We already know what we
I
got.
gotta put on my glasses because I'm trying to look on my little tiny phone.
I'm about to say with Morgan, you probably don't have to put on no glass.
She's gorgeous.
What's too many goddamn letters? Why are all these damn letters in there?
What is her? I don't know Instagram.
So remember when I made that quarter horse
Let there
comment?
be Morgan.
Morgan.
And why I wasn't working with Andre? That's who I was thinking about. Because she had mentioned him being too small as well.
Andre's little?
The little one.
Yeah.
Mini version.
Yeah,
like
Andre was out for
how
her
small is he?
early.
About 5'2".
Andre?
Yeah.
Andre with the banger?
Damn.
No, it's two
No.
Andre.
Oh, Dre the DJ.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Ray and Andre.
Yeah, the fall guy.
I don't know. I guess y'all see things differently than I guess. She's gorgeous though. Okay.
That's because they over there sitting over there single. That's because they sitting. That's because Ty sitting over there single.
Well, that was just providing an observation. That's all.
Ty is a ball player. He will shoot his shot. I'm telling you. Ty already probably went after. I wouldn't doubt it.
No.
He will shoot his shot.
Who, Morgan Ty?
No.
I mean, well, I'm just saying Ty don't care. We on the reunion, who he shot at Tanika Ray.
Who is Tanika? Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, in front of millions. And then the confidence was there.
Oh gosh.
I mean,
you just shot. That's
my
right.
purpose for, I guess, my other reason to be on the show didn't show up, so I had to do something.
What are you talking about, Tyrone? Your reason showed up on the show.
My interest wasn't at the reunion, so I was just sitting there pretty much all day.
Oh, because you ain't really had nothing to talk about because they wasn't there to talk about it with you.
Oh, his wife.
But you had other stuff to happen. Yeah, you had other connections.
Yeah. What a pity. What a pity.
Married.
Yeah.
Sabrina could have been his woman, but somebody else could have been his wife.
Oh my.
I mean, you brought it up. I left it alone. I left it alone.
I mean, I remember Ty trying to shoot that shot at Sabrina too.
Oh, okay. So moving forward,
he did. He did. He actually, he sang a song in Korean. He sang a song in Korean, and Sabrina
He's a
is
professional
fluent
ball
in
player.
Korean. And she just looked at him like he was speaking Japanese.
Look, not Sabrina going off, turning off her camera.
I mean, and that's legendary. Ty sang a porn song to a lady he just met. I mean, and he sang it with passion. What? I mean, he went all the way in. I like that. I mean, a lot of men need that type of commitment. You believe in something, you passionate about. Hey, lay it on the table. Trying to be cool.
Eat a banana. You can't get a banana.
Hey, you gotta
I
get
know
it.
what you're doing right now, J-Dub. I know what you're doing right now.
Hey, you brought it up, Ty. You brought it up. So I had to just, I had to go with it. I'm glad you brought it up. Legendary. You hear me? Legendary.
Ty, for the record, Ty and I are friends. We're friends.
Yeah.
We're friends. It's like my brother.
That's so sweet, you guys.
Of course, because I mean, Ty is already married. All he can do is be friends. Ty is married. He said it. He claimed his wife. When a man claims his wife, that's it. What else can you do?
There you go.
And then look,
I don't know what J-Dub's getting at.
Now, what you talking about? I mean,
bring it here. That's Ty.
Y'all haven't been out on a date?
No. Now, I mean, I knew it was done anytime that Sabrina was at the pool and she showed him the flower. And Ty, he said, "Hey, I'm a married man. I can't do it. I mean, I know we on Ready to Love. I'm married. I got my wife picked out already. You could be my woman. You're not a second pick. You could be my woman, but that lady over there is my wife. After that, what else can you do? He said it. I didn't say it. He said it.
That's not how it went.
That's not how it went. I mean, see, that's y'all behind the scenes. I'm only going on what was on my TV, and that's what happened on my TV. Maybe on somebody else's.
Wow. So, moving forward.
Thank you for that 5-year-old recap.
I helped it along.
We're living in the present right now, but thank you so much for that.
Well, like I said, Ty brought it up, and I mean, since you're doing that and since you're throwing shade, was Stacey, did you really bend over for the camera, or did they do an edit like that, like when that guy came in the room on the exercise date, the Pilates date?
Oh,
no,
here we go.
So you're trying to remember my backside is what you're trying to say? You're trying to figure
out?
I'm
doing a recap because y'all got all the inside thing going on. So I'm like, was that editing, or like did she try to greet the man by showing how flexible she was? You know, like it was an attribute. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Well, I mean, he was coming to look for something. He wasn't gonna see it on the back of me because I got a little booty. He would have missed it if he blinked.
Oh, okay. There you
go.
No,
that wasn't on purpose. That was editing.
Okay.
Made it look real good too. Made it look like someone was jumping at him too. Thank you guys.
Wow. All right. So next thing we have Linden, we have Corvalla, and we have Demario, and they are sitting and talking. And we actually kind of talked briefly about this. But Demario asked what was Corvalla's deal breaker, and she does state that she doesn't believe in dating a man that doesn't believe in therapy, and also too, she feels that a man should have his own space. Linden shares that he does not, and he does have a roommate. And pretty much after their conversation, Linden says that there is no way in heck that they will find a connection. She is too judgmental. She has limits and boundaries. Talking about Corvalla. We kind of briefly touched on this. Does anyone else have anything else to say about this?
I'm happy he recognized that.
Exactly. Very mature.
I would say that Corvalla is set up to be the villain. I see that spark starting, and it's probably going to be the one that you're not going to like, and she's going to go fall.
Yeah, I don't think her person is there. I'm going to just go with that.
For now, anyway.
I was going to say, it's kind of early, though, you know. We haven't even gotten
No, he's not there. He's not there at all. He's on a football field.
What?
I don't think her person is there.
Or a basketball court right now. What day is today? Tuesday? Yeah, basketball court.
She comes
over
there.
I'm gonna play Ty at this moment. Oh, that's not.
I mean, I don't say that in a rude way. I don't say it in a rude, judgmental way. I'm just saying, like, the way that she's crafted her expectations of people, it leads me to believe that just like none of these guys fit in the box. None of them checking the boxes.
So Stacey B, other than her guy being independent, what other characteristics did she ask for?
I just really heard of what she didn't like. I don't really know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She said over 60.
I think that was an isolated incident with her and Linden. I think she just put a little bit too much on it. It was nothing wrong, but wanting her guy to be in his own studio apartment on his own. I get that part, but the fact of the matter is, like, she just really pressed the issue and like almost was shooting negative darts at Linden, talking about, well, you know, you need to get it together, and like, am I supposed to accept something lower than I have? You know, she was doing way too much on that part. It's okay to have your preferences, but try not to make a person feel bad if they don't have those things. Just, hey, you're not for me. and he should accept that, and she should move on as well.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have any problems with her standards.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying from the options that we have before us, I really don't see how any of these people would fit into what I've gathered her expectations are based on the limited conversations we've seen her have.
Yeah, I want to see more from her to gauge.
Yeah. I would like to see more too. I mean, she knows what she wants. I just think sometimes her delivery could be a bit harsh.
And I know a lot about delivery.
Somebody said that she
because he always.
You said what, Sharice?
Someone said, "Is she the Sharice of the show?" No.
Sharice is like, no.
I didn't see any similarities. I mean, maybe she's direct and she knows what she wants, and she might be feeling like none of these guys are. I don't know.
Are it?
Yeah,
like
I just still think it's so
maybe
early.
It's no one there for her yet.
I just think it's just too early to make any kind of assessments about too much anything. It's just my opinion. But the next scene, we are introduced to Jeffrey, 32 years old, an executive assistant, and Blake, 44. And we've seen Blake, and we're just, you know what I mean? Like Blake, 44, a corporate security officer.
Top flight.
Jeffrey was the lady in the orange dress, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think so. Let me see. I think I have a picture of her somewhere.
She also has a very different Instagram profile.
You said that about everybody, Tyrone.
Let me put this.
It's very different.
In what way?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I spoke on duality.
Yes. I agree with you, Tyrone, on that. You know,
as he looking at her profile.
I'm looking at the screen in front of me.
No, I'll just say last season I didn't even go on anyone's Instagram because I didn't want to be biased. But this time I'm working on a few different projects, so I did a little bit more research, and it's quite different.
What?
Yeah.
Profile?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like the pictures in her Instagram compared to this picture of her.
Yeah, that's marketing strategy right there.
Tyrone, we can't get. I can't.
So Ty, you're saying that picture isn't super spiritual?
I'm just saying it's different. You know what I mean? You look at this picture, you start to develop an idea of how she could be, but then you see her Instagram, and you're like, it's different. That's all I'm saying.
So let me just say this real quick. Let me just take a pause because I know that the people from these, from the show watch this panel right here. So let me just say this. I want to tell any and everybody that is on this show, allow yourself to, I would say, get out there, get after, yourself, and use your IG to establish who you really are, and don't be pinned in the corner because of the show. So do you?
We did come to a realization that quite a few of the profiles, especially on the ladies' side, was what's the word we use? Curated. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they have some stories that's 3 and 4 years old, but the most recent picture is from 3 months ago. So, you can kind of tell that they went into the profile, maybe rearranged some things, took some pictures off, and maybe even created a new profile. Looked like one might be fairly new. Because I had to go and find Jeffrey's. Everyone else's was listed.
I think also maybe some people not sure how they want to, put it out there to other people.
True.
To social media. And I think that also they tell you to clean up your page. They do. They tell you to clean up your page.
Shit, they didn't tell me that.
I know, they told us.
Right.
I know that
they ain't tell us nothing.
They told us maybe Instagram wasn't that popular then, but it's definitely more popular.
Yeah.
Well, they told us to look at our pictures, and I will say that I wasn't even on Instagram before Ready to Love. My page was private, and I wasn't doing this. But when I got on the show, I opened my page up so that I could interact with the fans, and I wanted I wanted people to see me and get to know me through my page.
Yeah.
So, the things, I don't want my personal life on my business page, but people want to know who is the face behind my business, so I have to post it.
And her page kind of gives the show away a little bit, but it's cool.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Page. Let me log into my computer, man.
Look at her very first picture. Look at her very first picture.
But she does have pictures with
Yeah, she's kissing someone we haven't seen on screen yet.
But this is part of the end of episode 1.
Right. So he was in the promos, he was in the trailer, but he wasn't in
episode 1.
Episode 1. And so there's also another bald guy coming too.
And the girl with the short bob hair that was kissing somebody.
Well, Ty, she was actually
kissing. I swear, we weren't kissing like y'all in Miami. Y'all in there eat, honey.
Well, they wanted everybody to be kissing. I wasn't kissing. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be kissing.
They wanted people
kissing. I saw their promo. Yeah. They were like,
I count at least 5 or 6 people that have kissed each other already.
You did?
At least 5 or 6.
You kissed 5 or 6?
No, I'm talking about this season.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Everybody was kissing on our season.
Who is that?
Thing was
that's the new guy.
That's the new dude.
And Jeffrey, the lady we talking about right now, and this
that was that girl just now.
Yes.
That's the same lady.
Her.
Yes.
Yep.
That don't even look like the same person.
Yep. That's
you saying? Oh, Tyrone, you're saying like the editing.
What do you mean?
Like the pictures are edited?
No, I was saying that her Instagram pictures are a lot different than this. I don't want to say basic picture, but the production picture.
Oh,
but when you go to her Instagram,
that professional. That's why
it kind of gives the show away.
The show pictures are just.
Yeah.
She's doing what she got to do.
Yeah,
he's moving at an accelerated pace. She has to find
here we go
a father for her 3 children. You know, the father is in.
She has 3 children.
Yes,
3 children.
Oh, wait, how old is she?
Jeffrey's 33.
She has 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not.
I
have
have 3 children. I ain't saying nothing. I have 3 children.
No, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying, as a super spiritual woman, she wants to find a father for her 3 children because the father is absent. I don't know if they're the same father, but
so she was married before.
She didn't say that.
What are these backstories?
Well, no.
See, that is what I'm missing.
They're
like, connect the dots. Like,
because people be private, they don't want to tell.
No, we didn't get the biography.
Like even with Corvalla, like even me, like, I mean, I don't mean to prejudge her, but just based off, all I got to go off is one scene. I don't have a backstory, So I'm sure next episode when I'm giving my opinion, I'll have a whole different opinion, and I'll be like eating my words, like, you know what I mean? I don't know who this man is. Who this man?
Well, Blake, Mr. 87% has 3 children, And
he does.
He kind of smoothed over that real quick and said, 3 different stages in my life. So obviously he has three different mothers. But
baby moms.
Yeah, for 3 boys.
Yep.
So he don't want you to have a baby, but he got 3.
That's 3 strikes. That's so selfish.
Yeah.
No, his 3 kids are your 3 kids. Great.
Yeah, you don't need any kids. He got 3 for you.
I'm trying to don't move it. Yeah, I'm trying to get this.
He don't want no kids. He didn't want her to have no kids. He
Go
just
back, Ty.
He just said,
you see,
I don't want any kids.
I don't want you to have no kids with him.
This her with this white wig on? Hold up. This her with this white wig on?
Yes.
Get off my phone.
She look good though.
I gotta take my camera off.
This don't even look like the set. Hold up. God, don't get the internet.
But going back, he said Blake.
I mean, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, baby, but this, and her little baby's so beautiful. Oh, baby, this don't even look like the same human being.
Different, right? Different.
I wonder why she picked that leather to wear for the photos.
Now they send them and you got to do your uniform or whatever, not uniform, your wardrobe approval. So she probably showed them 3 or 4 different outfits, and they said, "Oh yeah, we want you to
wear the leather."
No, but in honesty, in all honesty, she has it on her Instagram page, and if you see the full outfit, it's nice.
Yeah, she has the body for it too. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Yes, honey. Essence.
But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like doing too much research because I don't want to know too much. I want to know what I see on the screen. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know too much. Yeah. Because it does skew things for me. I can't speak for other people, but for me it does. That's why I don't do a lot of interviews during the season. I don't, because if you interview somebody and then you either really, really like them or you really, really don't. Right. And it can skew you when you're reviewing the show. It can skew your opinion because you're like, oh, I talked to Sabrina. She's so sweet. And even though she just did something that I think is kind of
exactly.
So I'm going to give her a pat. You know what I mean? So I don't mind doing interviews after the season because remember, I reached out to you after the season. But during the season, because I know me. I mean, other reviewers can do it and they can keep rolling. But for me, it skews my opinion.
Well, I didn't like that y'all like. I feel like after our season, maybe after your season, Sabrina, people started doing interviews during the season, and I didn't like that because it was like so confusing. You're seeing 2 different people. It's better to watch it play out, and then you'd be like, "Oh, okay."
The whole story. I don't want to interview you, and you'd be like, "Well, I can't really talk about that yet." Well, you'll see, it's coming up. Well, wait until that happens. Like, give me the whole story. I want to know the whole story. So if I wait till after the season, then you can talk about everything.
Mm-hmm. I think that's good.
I kind of had to. I'm
not gonna interview. They're holding back on their interviews. I know that for sure because they saw what we went through, and it was really crazy. So they don't want that craziness. And Jeffrey is beautiful. She's sweet. She's got a lot of class. That's my girl.
Yeah.
She looks like it. She's gorgeous.
I kind of had to. I had a few of the fellas on my channel go through all of the ladies. And then we actually talked about the guys as well. Just a little bit, though. We just touched on it. But I wanted to support them all. So we went through the Instagram. I said, make sure you follow, make sure you
But that's different. It's different when the people from the show are actually on your show. And while the show is being
doing it from a different perspective. Like a fan review. Yeah.
But I feel you. I accidentally met Paul at his premiere party.
Oh yeah.
And for some reason I was rooting for him.
Right.
The whole season.
But guess what though? So. You was right. You was right. You already you knew exactly what it was. You knew exactly what it was.
it took me time to catch up with PO, you know, and he told me he was
No
the
doubt.
juggernaut. He told all of us. And guess what happened?
Well, guess what? I ain't ever met Sharice. And from the first show, guess who was rooting for the whole season? And they were giving me all kind of drama about it.
I know
all in the comments.
I was an advocate. I was saying Sharice was misunderstood.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Me and Ty were getting it because I was like,
it's
no.
so funny because the people on YouTube and all that, they wore me out. But in public, like when I see people, they're always like, oh my God, I want you to find love. That Samson, oh my God, he shouldn't have did that to you. He was an asshole. We really like you. All the aunties and the moms, they love me. I mean, DMing me like, my mom told me to reach out to you.
And that's 90% of the people right there.
I really appreciate the positive feedback, but you know, because when you do something like reality TV, you just don't know how it's going to come out.
Right. And honey, you could have been an angel, so it doesn't matter. You're still going to have haters regardless.
And you're at the mercy of everyone. It's an edited show because I have to explain it on every date I go on.
You said every date you go on.
How many times have you had to explain?
Don't watch the show. You know, some just told me they saw you on the show. Where can I watch it? Don't watch it. Get to know me better. Let's get through this.
Yes. I really be like if they even mention the show, it's like
it's a turn off.
It's done. It's a turn off. It's a done. Might as well not.
I always said I was not trying to date anybody that knew me from the show.
Really?
I wanted someone to walk up to me and be like, hey, you're beautiful. What's your name? Like, not, hey, are you Sabrina from?
No, it's not even like they say that. Like someone in their family has told them, or they see my Instagram and see that I've been on the show. Not that they watched it, but they see that it's there. So I'm constantly like, do I archive all this stuff? Like, how do I move on?
Honey, when the guys ask me, they like, what's your Instagram? I'm like, if I tell you my Instagram, I gotta kill you. So I don't know if I wanna.
No, baby, I'm in these streets. You getting my Instagram. I want you to. I'm out here in these streets. Instagram, use mine for what I use it for. Use yours for what you use it for. To each his own. But I will say that it's a great tool for when you want to meet people and put yourself out there. So
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, I realize at this point, people are gonna know me, people are gonna recognize me. But it's like 8.4 billion people out here in the world. I know I was gonna meet somebody that didn't know who I was, you know what I'm saying? And it was just to the point though, if I did meet someone that did know me, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be like, no. I was like, I'm gonna just, you know, give it a try and see what happens.
So Sharice, has any one of your dates asked you to say you big bad bully?
No, they all say you're so sweet. I'm glad I didn't look at that show or listen to the people.
Oh well, I mean, in the end, whatever anybody had to say about you, at the end, your light shine through. Everyone's like, "Oh no, we love Sharice now." Yeah, because it did, and I guess when you were standing next to Samson, it wasn't hard to do because you were actually trying and putting yourself out there. And Samson, like, he really showed himself who he was or who he was not. So.
Yes, and he still is. So that's what's so doesn't really make sense. Like, I don't have time for that. That's why I chose myself. Goodbye. Finish your meal alone. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So
J-Dub really is serving. Dang.
He is serving tonight, honey.
Trying to butter them.
J-Dub is serving. Yo,
CB, ain't nobody buttering the biscuit just because all y'all go to the after party and all. This is my opportunity to talk and interact with y'all or ask some questions that I did not see. You know, I always wanted to ask, did you know, in the Pilates studio, what happened? I wanted to ask Sharice about the big bad bully. I wanted to tell Sharice I thought she shouldn't have engaged so much in that toxic situation. She should just backed off because she wasn't there for that. You can see she was really putting herself out there and ready. You know, I always wanted to ask Tyrone like about the Korean song he sang, Sabrina. You know, I talked to P.O. about being a juggernaut. I made a statement to Sabrina when she showed P.O. I said, P.O. tied a foul on the edge of the pool. I mean, I got that off my chest. You know, everybody don't get to do this. You know, so I gotta get it
Facts,
down.
J-Dub.
Well,
Facts.
Get it
yeah,
off your
get it off.
chest. Get it off your
Yeah,
chest.
yeah, I gotta get it off my chest. It's definitely no butter and no biscuits. That's not
Get
even
it,
my
get it
DNA.
off, get it off that big old 6'2" chest, you big bad bully.
Yes, I like that. You big bad bully, I like that.
Oh, crazy.
You might have did it better than Sharice. You just did it another way. I like it was the remix. I like that.
I was so heated, you have no idea. I had like 2 tequilas. LJ and I was having a ball. LJ will get you drunk. So that's why I went off like that. You have no idea. That was like a quick, I was thrown off guard. And it was festering. It was really festering. It was just like,
I get it. It's just like on the screen, we could just see it coming a mile away. She wanted to pull you in, and she wanted you to react, and she wanted that negativity and not focused on and having showing you in a bad light. Like, oh, Sharice is, oh, you know, she's a firecracker. She can't control herself, and that's what she wanted.
Yeah, she got it.
Yep.
All right, guys. So Natasha and Blake, they sit and have a conversation. He says that before they speak, he says that he is intrigued by her, the one that got eliminated. He says
the one you mixed with, Stacey, you and Simone, like this, merge. Look at that.
Oh, my twin.
Yep.
Oh,
well, it's not complete. It's you and Simone mixed together.
Me and Simone's love child. Our love child.
The new freaking frack in one body.
Oh gosh.
Look at the merger.
He tells her that he has 3 boys, 22, 14, and 9. He says that he does not want any more kids. Natasha says that there is a stench of arrogance coming from him. He seems like he knows it all. She says that she doesn't like men that are too good looking. She was like, did I say that out loud? After a little small talk between the two of them, Blake mentions that his least connection would be Natasha. And she says that she hasn't really seen him smile, that he pretty much always looks mad. And he's like, I've been smiling the whole time. So, yes.
I don't think Blake is angry. I don't think he looks mad. I think he's matter of fact, and I think he might have the tendency to come off as a BS artist, right? To come off that way. But like I said, I don't know if they're creating that for him or if that's who he is. I'd like to see a little bit more of him. But I think in that moment, I would have checked out from her as well. I'd have checked out.
The conversation he was having with Natasha, right?
Right.
It didn't seem like he was interested at all. He was like shading her a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I said. He knew he didn't want to have no kids. He knew, you know what I mean? He knew where he was at with that.
Right.
It's 13%. He wants kids 13%.
87. Yeah, that's the thing. I just want to know where this number is at. How did we get there?
He told you.
How did that happen?
He told you. 13%. He calculated over a lifetime. 13%.
But
I thought Natasha was on point. I mean, I got the same arrogant, pompous, know-it-all type guy. I felt that. And to me, in each conversation, every scene, it showed up. And that's what I saw on the screen. And as I said, what really took the cake for me is when you walk in any kind of room with early 30-year-old women and try to convince them that not having children is better. And
yeah, that's.
I just thought you need to read the room better than that.
I don't think that's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all have our own interpretation or whatever, but at the same time, like I said, doing that 87-13% is either you want to have kids or you don't. You know, he was kind of trying to play with the numbers and act like maybe, you know, we could maybe deal with each other, but if you can unlock this 13%, then maybe we can have a child. No, he was BSing them ladies like that and just trying to go along and fit in, but he was being himself. He has that stank attitude overall to me. And I don't think. I mean, I think his looks is just carrying him, and that's why the women can tolerate him. You know, he's attractive, he's that, but
no,
I don't like him.
Yeah, he wants that 13% to keep him in the game. That's why he got that 13%.
He's awesome.
What's up, Theo?
What is that?
So the thing, J-Dub, is that I think he's a little older, right? So his mind state, his everything is already established, right? So in his head, I think he's thinking like, okay, I got my kids, you know what I'm saying? I got my job and, you know, or my career or whatever. And, you know, maybe he has a home or whatever, but he's probably at this point just looking for the person to bring to that house to solidify that doesn't want kids, that's going to accept his kids. I think pretty much he's got great aim, but bad targets.
Clearly, he got great aim.
3 kids, 3 different women.
It's a production plant. What is that?
Well, I mean, hey, Theo, it's okay to not want to have children. You know, I don't want to have a little kid waking me up in the middle of the afternoon if I'm napping and say, "Can I have a grilled cheese?" I don't want that. You know, I want you to be able to make your own sandwich if you. And this is my stage of life, but however, just say, "Hey, I prefer not to have kids." You know, because I'm older. I have plenty to go off of. You can borrow one if you want, and I'm closer to retirement. I don't want to start over, but I want to have fun. I want to enjoy life. No, but when you start talking about that 13% and all that, he's trying to give the lady some hope. So you can say, maybe I'm attracted to him. Maybe we can have something. When the whole time he is not into having, he probably got a vasectomy.
The whole time he probably got a vasectomy.
Yep.
That's what I
he might like he didn't went to the
he know he can't
and everything, and he gonna let her go ahead. Like, I don't know what's going on.
And I think we've hit the intersection of
he snipped it.
Yeah, and I also think we've hit the intersection of dating and reality show. Because when you're dating, you know, like there's not, like I said, but begin it's non-negotiables. I don't want children, period. But then when you're on the show and you want to stay on a little bit longer and you don't want to be eliminated, you now it's that game of finessing that versus what my non-negotiables are. Because that man don't want no kids. He doesn't. But again, like you said, it's the finessing now because I don't want to be the first one to go home. I want to stay here a little bit longer. So now I got to play around a little bit. That's just how I saw it.
Yeah, y'all know what? But y'all know what? What's crazy is that more or less he and I have our kids are the same age. I have a 22, 14, and one just turned 10. Right? His is 9. And the crazy thing is, like, for the difference with men and women, like for me dating, I have to, and maybe I'm a little bit younger than him. How old is he?
44.
No, you're same age.
44.
No, I'm not.
I don't even know how old you are. I'm falling back.
But for me, it's like I have to still be like, I still have to remind myself, well, are you open to having more kids? What if you meet a guy who doesn't have any kids or who's so convicted? You know, ain't nothing wrong with my eggs or anything, but I mean, I'm living nice. I'm skating free. I'm home free. But like for women, like that's really one of those pressure things that we actually do have to deal with. Like he can shoot off this 13% if he wants to, this 87-13. But for women, like these are real things that we have to conceptualize and really factor in dating, especially when you're like, I'm 41. I really have to think about it.
So Stacey, what's your percentage?
You got to think about that in a marriage.
Hold up, Theo. Let me get.
Yeah, in a marriage. Yeah, you know, I was married, P.O.
Yeah, me too.
What's your number, Stacey? The 87.
What number?
13. 87-13. Of having
kids. I don't
have
a number.
You don't have a number?
I don't know. We'll have to get to that bridge when we cross it. Right. You know, I'm one of those like Sabrina. Like I am a high risk. Like I've had to get cerclages and the progesterone shot I have like I go into preterm labor like 28 weeks. I have to stay in the hospital. It's very problematic. All three of my children are blessings. So like for me, that's something I would really have to think about and look at like alternative child bearing ways. If he was really
thank you for
serious
sharing
about
it. And that's not a joke for real.
Yeah, and
So,
as your man, I would never want to put a woman through that. You know, I would say I would have to consider that and say, look, you know, you gonna do a lot and put your life on the line just to satisfy my selfish needs. So either I need to make a determination that, you know, say, hey, you know what, this adoption thing ain't too bad, or
we can put a surrogate on my payroll. I'm an entrepreneur. Hell.
Or
no,
you
but
just
see,
don't have kids.
how's that surrogate gonna get that
Share
baby
your kids with somebody?
That's the thing.
What's
just
the reason?
Somebody who doesn't want kids and wants your kids, you know, or who has kids and don't want kids.
Right. But
Yeah,
you know, you never know who you fall in love
birth.
with. You never know who it is that you meet and how y'all click. You know, like at this stage in our life, we just don't know. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that's like unfair, like honestly unfair to women.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, and you know what? I will take a moment to say this. I will give you women props every day, any day, all day, for carrying that load. Right? You're talking about 9 months of something growing inside of you, and you know, just that feeling of, you know, exhaustion, like the things that you ladies put your bodies through, right? And then you have these children, and then sometimes men, you know, unrelated to the pregnancy, will judge you women based off of how your bodies look afterwards, right? But really, it's a sacrifice, you know, to a man to deliver his own baby. So, you know, for you ladies doing that stuff, you know what I mean? I definitely, you know, take my hat off to you, and I respect that.
Thank you to all the mothers. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. You delivered. You delivered again.
Yeah, I mean that's the
maybe
PO
one day
for
you'll
real.
deliver. Maybe you'll deliver my next child.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I might.
You gonna do it again, Stacey?
I'm a stork
I
in
don't know.
the making.
I always said, you know, for the right person in the right situation, if it was that important to him, I would at least give it a try.
Right.
But I mean, if it's unsuccessful, I just don't think like emotionally I could handle losing a child. So I just feel like if it's unsuccessful, you know, that's it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So just to let you know that, did anyone have anything else to say? I'm sorry.
Did we cover everybody?
Almost. We have to cover the elimination, but Blake does say that he wants to work on his retirement fund, not his college fund. He wants to be able to pick up and go as he pleases. Then he does say that a child with one parent will be broken. Corvalla then pretty much Corvalla excuses herself, and she says that in her confessional that he is condescending and he was belittling her and is giving butthole. Yeah, but for him to say like a one parent household that the child will be broken, I was so slightly offended by that.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
offensive.
What? I'm like, because don't you got 3 kids by 3 different women? I was like, maybe he ain't really hear himself. Maybe when he watch it back, I just don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I was slightly offended by that he said that, because I know my child. I've been a single mom since conception, and you know, it's my life. It's the choices that I made, but she's a straight A student. She takes taekwondo, horseback riding, she does basketball, and she does swimming. I mean, she wants for nothing. She's amazing, and I don't see a broken. She's happy. She goes outside. She runs and plays with her friends. I don't see a broken child. So for him to say that, I was really offended by it. But
But even in that setting, everything you said, I agree with Sabrina. Highly offensive. But in that setting, it's even more so offensive. I come from a single parent home. Ain't shit broken about me. Like, you're in an environment with these different women and you don't even know what they come from. So you're already offending the people that you're trying to impress with that one statement.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something though? Can I say something? Because they have a way of making people come off to be offensive. I'm not going to defend what he said because I don't know if it truly came out of his mouth or if it
Well, that's
didn't.
true.
Right? But they, I've been a victim of that, and I've seen exactly how that plays out. And then they bait, your female castmates into making such a statement that would run parallel to those actions, right? And it could have been in a totally different instinct. So, I mean, if that is true in all nature and how that played out, then yeah, I gotta talk to my man Blake about how he's going to continue going on like that. But until we really understand, like, is this a charade? Is this shenanigans, or is this real world? We probably got to dig into that a little bit more. So I mean, I still have a little bit of hope reserved for him, but that could change.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Just people have parents. If your parents are broken, perhaps. If your parents are involved in your life and care about you, some homes where there's two parents in the home where it's total dysfunction, that can be problematic for children. I came from a very loving environment. My dad was present. He and my mom were not together.
Right.
I had a dad and father figures. My mom got married again. Like, this is so crazy to me that he would like.
Yeah, but
and you're right, Paul, because I think Sharice, even on your season, like more recently, the whole king, oh, you're a king thing, that was kind of like chopped up a bit.
Right.
So in all fairness, I'm gonna take away some of my disdain.
Yeah, you just gotta. Yeah, I was gonna say you just gotta consider the context when he made that statement, because he could have been talking about that in something totally different, and then they flipped it and put that and made that to the forefront. You understand what I'm saying? And then asked her, well, how would you feel about, how they do in production? How would you feel if he said that statement pertaining to that? And then maybe her language is, well, that he would be condescending, blah, 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 or whatever. And that may not be even, so how it goes. I mean, everybody that's sitting here, that's been in that environment knows what that looks like.
Yeah, we don't want to go too deep though. We want to.
Right.
Out of all the cast, I knew some of them, but I had never seen Blake, never. And I'm telling y'all, when I saw it, I called a few. I'm like, who in the hell is Blake? I just was like, I gotta see something. I was like, Blake is wild. Where did they come from? But like you said, it's the first one. They could have, that's what happened to Devin too. Like, they could have chopped it up. So
I'm going to suspect that they, make him go a little bit even harder than that as we progress. Because if you look at the lineup, just in general reality TV, you have to have the controversy to carry the episode. You want to know, okay, what is this jackass going to do next episode? And you want to sit there and stay for it. You want to stay for that. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing starting to develop right now early.
Yeah, he appears to be the villain, but I think he earns it. I think his tone is consistent on what's going on. But like you said, we'll see.
Yeah, because I think behind the scenes, I think behind the scenes, I think he might be a pretty decent person.
Sharice is up at the top.
Thank you,
His
Sabrina.
Instagram is I know everything _
Wait,
I actually like Blake. Like I like Blake.
I know. I like him. I hated that he said that. I was like,
Yeah, me
ugh.
too.
But
let's see
in all
how he
fairness,
turns out. Okay.
His Instagram ain't really popping off anything. I just
He has
checked
like
it.
3 pictures.
Yeah, he just started it like December 22nd or something like that.
So
Yeah, he has
okay,
3
so
pictures of his 3 baby mothers.
He just started that one.
I'm telling y'all, I could see him doing security. I'm wondering where.
yeah, really, B, did you do some research? Do you know if there's another one?
Remember, she really B said
No,
she
but I
ain't-
just found it. No, but I find it curious that Instagram page was just started last month, right before the show was getting ready to come on.
Exactly.
I don't. He may not have ever had social media. However, I think it's probably more likely than not that this is
okay. Let me defend him a little bit right here. Let me defend him on the IG thing. This man is in corporate security, right? So there has to be some anonymity to who he is. So he's gonna have to probably
he was
deviate
CIA.
But is it?
Come on, man. But he's got an Instagram page. The dude is on TV now. Come on, Paul.
That's what I'm. No. That's what I'm confused about because
corporate security. We're talking about corporate security, right? Hold on. Say
no.
We're talking about
But
corporate
that's what I'm
security.
confused about because it says securities. It doesn't say security. It says securities. So securities is in finance. So is he in corporate finance or is he in corporate like security, something like? Because it says securities. So that's what I want. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Paul, but that's what I wanted to ask.
No, you're right. You're right.
Paul don't care. He just want to defend somebody.
Yeah, and I mean, he may very well.
He never volunteer somebody taking the role.
He may have, he may very well never have had social media. That's valid. I don't feel like that's the case, but that's my opinion.
So if it's in corporate securities, then I have to retract what I said. But if it's in corporate securities, then absolutely I want to stand by what I said.
No, but I think it would apply in both, Paul, because if you don't want to see your broker dealer, like your investment broker dealer, all while on Instagram either.
That's true.
Yeah. So I'm just curious that I
have 3 Instagram and are successful people.
Yeah. I mean, I have 3 Instagram pages. I have 3 Twitters because if you don't know really BTV, if you look at my other 2 Instagrams, it looks like I'm never there because I very rarely post over there. But I'm on really be every day. So
right.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I want to see what this looks like going forward.
I think dude is
this
stuck
says
in
he's
quicksand right now.
Not a security.
That's what I think.
What is it?
Y'all know Ready to Love be real creative job descriptions, so they be real creative. So
it'll switch mid-season. Yep.
Yeah, it says entrepreneur, but then another round said that someone said that it's corporate fraud security.
See, don't nobody know what he do. Maybe he is in the CIA, Paul. Maybe he is.
Okay.
He's a sleeper agent.
You gotta figure it out. He looks real security guardish, though.
No, he looked real corporate, like.
Not with that mohawk, Stacey.
Oh, you right.
Mohawk. No. That ain't no corporate mohawk. That's not going down.
I mean, he might be a retired police officer for all we know. That turned into security guard.
He's too young. I see him with the uniform on at one of these fancy buildings or something.
Oh, like a Brinks man?
Yeah.
Like the guy is the security.
And you got to sign in with him, and he don't really check your ID. You just keep walking once you sign in. It's no metal detector or nothing. He might not even be paying attention. You can write anything. I'm going to the 90th floor and the building got 12 floors. You know.
He just waved the wand by the big booty.
No, he don't need.
I heard a beep.
He ain't checking for nothing.
He at the gun range. He's a veteran. Okay.
Yeah.
So
maybe it is security, Paul, with a Y and not IES.
Right.
No, he's not. He is not CSI. I could tell. I'm telling you, I know.
I'm confused.
Oh, he's a vet. He's a veteran. Okay, so yeah, maybe he does have some sort of law enforcement skill. Maybe he's a military officer,
but
police officer.
Special forces.
You know? They should have put him in his uniform. Then he would have really got, some attention.
He got all the ladies. He got benefits, retirement.
Mr. Officer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could be an MP, a retired MP.
Navy SEAL, something. John Wick.
Yes.
Something.
John Wick.
Oh boy.
I like it.
And that explains how he could have 3 kids. He probably, was laying them.
He's a world traveler. If you gotta do what you gotta do on a plane and jump out of it, you're gone.
Right.
Could you bring that picture back, Todd? When I don't
like this height. That picture Ty just had was like a height thing.
Yeah, that's what bring that back. Not that.
Hold on, because I'm doing the pictures. Which one?
The one before the last one.
Ray. I thought this production was done by Ty Slide. Check him out.
We have stuff together. I have my stuff and he has his stuff. So we're overtime working hard for you guys.
Look at you. I love it, Sabrina.
I know.
I've always complimented you on your organization. I love your media. It's amazing.
It is.
So look at it.
Corvalla is taller than him in heels.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I think the women are just a little taller, maybe than. And
you see, if he don't turn them feet in, oh my goodness!
If he don't turn what? I gotta.
Feet in. Lord,
that man can't help it. He
was my friend. I'm telling you, baby, do not do it. Got to bring him in a little bit. If you're not bow-legged, act like it. That's not a good look.
You say he can't help it.
I mean, his legs are short, but his feet don't have to be turned out like that.
Oh. Are you talking about Dre?
Yeah, little Dre.
Oh my God.
Rough one, Dre.
I mean,
maybe that's the reason why he had to go.
Big things come in little packages.
Don't stand like that. I can't stand that stance.
Not little Dre.
See, that's the thing. You knew Andre. You knew he was going to go because they had him. We can't have 2 Andres on there at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's not Andre. It's Andre and Dre, Paul.
Andre and Dre.
Paul just be looking at Paul just be
conspiracy theorist. I can't take it.
Hey, Ty, that's how I feel when I be listening to you explain. Like,
I can't. Oh God. So Tommy does let them know that 2 people will be eliminated, 1 man and 1 woman. The 2 guys that are on the chopping block is Blake and Dre. And of course, you guys know Drake.
Somebody tired.
You saw how I did that, right? And I wasn't even thinking about it. But Dre is the one that does get eliminated, unfortunately.
No. That was so he had the connections. The ladies was feeling them. He had the ladies laughing.
Yeah, that's what he said too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was shocked just like I was. I'm like, come on now. Y'all ladies loved him.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't see a serious moment from him.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think he had.
Yeah,
I mean,
He
he
would
might have
have
had.
stayed.
He might have had those serious moments, but in real life, guess what? They didn't show those moments. So, not saying that he didn't. We just didn't see him. And then Blake, I think he thought that he was safe. I think he was really shocked that he was on the
yeah. Yeah, he was shocked.
I don't agree.
The narcissist always is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking that I'm not calling this man a narcissist.
I knew
because I think
that.
he's cute. I think he's cute. I want to give him a chance. My dumb ass to give him a chance.
Oh my God! Don't say that about yourself.
I think he felt like he was definitely not the bottom two.
Exactly.
Right.
And especially the first elimination.
Wait, let's get some more information. Don't give him a chance yet.
I mean, you there. You look around.
I give him a good week before I have to block him.
You look around. You assess. Paul, did you assess on day one and say, I'm good?
Yeah, pretty much.
He was leaving as soon as I saw him on the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I said, I'm good. I got to be at least top 8, right?
What?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to last as long as I did.
I knew he was leaving. He's cute and everything, but he got to get outside and,
I think you just need to be serious, invest in them Healy things that give you an inch or two.
Oh, God. And then it was like, you look at the ladies.
I mean that in a good way.
Razzers.
Yeah, they're inexpensive.
But he's nice.
That's what Tom Cruise
I'm not trying to be funny, Paul. Like I'm being serious.
I feel you.
That's
No, I'm laughing at
wears.
you.
Tom
I'm
Cruise
laughing
wears
at you said Healy.
Who wears them?
Healy's is the
I know.
Tom Cruise. He's very short. Tom Cruise wears them.
How tall is he?
What's the
Tom
little
Cruise
guy?
is short. He's like 5'4", 5'5", something like that. He's really short.
And oddly enough,
Sabrina. Dre.
Say it again.
Little Dre. What's his IG?
You keep calling him Little Dre.
He's
about
to turn his feet inside.
Little Dre. I don't want to say he's little guy.
You know what though? Some people like him, they got all of the energy. They're the ones that keep the party going. They're the ones that light the party. You know what I mean? Like they're the exciting people that come in. And I think
annoying little brother.
Like a mascot.
Annoying little brother. He's funny. He can tell a couple of jokes. We'll sit there and laugh and joke with him while we pre-gaming, and then we're gonna leave him home while we go to the party.
Yeah, I mentioned he's the middle relief dude on the team. He's the middle relief dude on the team. He ain't the starter. He ain't the closer. He just helped keep the party going.
Yeah,
because he's the
DJ. Shout out to my radio producer. Yo, Lil Dre, man, if you listening to this, bro, bring that 16 to one of my tracks. I got you, man, all day.
Oh, Lord.
I got you.
He's cute.
Oh, he on the beat, man.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with him, just compared to everybody else that's there.
He looks cute with his braids.
With them braids, with him looking a little thugged out a little bit. Yeah.
He got his little glasses on.
Sharice, everything about him is little. Look at he got his little shoes.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to avoid.
He got his little bracelets.
I'm trying to avoid saying it.
He got his little glasses on.
Y'all need to stop. He's a handsome guy. Leave that big bad man alone.
Right. He even got a nice little haircut.
Big and courageous.
I'm just.
Oh my God!
I'm just piggybacking on Sharice.
But I'm really not playing. I'm being so serious. like, he's great.
Oh, he want to be a rapper. Okay.
Okay.
Well, he's a radio producer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, he's a radio producer, and
His
he's
rap
a DJ.
name would be Lil Dre.
A radio producer.
Y'all are off the chain tonight.
Tyrone,
I
Michael,
mean, there's a
Will.
lot of Lils out there.
No, I'm really trying to collab with him though. Real talk. You know, he's spit a
I'm
little
trying to
hot
collab
16.
too.
Did
I
you
have
holler at
bars.
him? Yo, did you holler at him? You didn't hit us in the DM?
She doing it now.
No, no, Paul.
Oh wait, say that again. You said
Did
what now?
did you hit him up in the DM? Did you DM?
No, I'm going. No, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up and tell him I'm gonna collab with him one time.
Tell him I said change his name to Little Dre.
I bet
No.
his interviews would be hilarious.
It's Orion Pax. Because
Who?
he's paxing it. He got packs. He's packing.
Oh, Pax. Deep. Okay, Pax. Pax the rapper?
Yeah, if you guys, so just to let everybody know that's watching this and that's going to watch the replay, whenever you see the slides that's up here, if you look in the top left-hand corner of their profile, it has their Instagram. So just to let you know that you can follow the castmates from this season of Miami, from all the slides that we put up. Like here's Jeffrey's. It's Jeffrey. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So all the screenshots. So definitely go on Instagram and support them and follow them. So with the two people, so the ladies that we have that's up there for elimination, we have Natasha and we have Z up for elimination. And of course, you guys know Natasha was the one to be eliminated. Episode 1, and that's the lady in the pink dress. So
really, I didn't know until this show because I had missed the elimination of the ladies.
You didn't watch the end.
So I didn't see the previews either. So this is all new to me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you didn't watch the episode 1 at all?
I watched the whole episode. I just didn't see the ladies' elimination at the very end.
Oh,
I saw the guys' elimination.
Oh, you watched it. You watched it at Rashid's party.
No, and then I watched it at home today again. But
I was like,
I
dang, you did a good job of reviewing it. I'm like, you fit right in. Like you knew what was going on.
No, I watched it. I just missed that last little one. So why did they say that Natasha was eliminated? What was the determining factor?
She wasn't ready to love.
I think friend vibes, I think.
Homie.
I mean, that's harsh.
See, y'all gonna get Sabrina will get me started. Though. You know, I'm trying to be quiet. It was like all what Blake said. Blake is in production.
Right.
I think everybody is sleepy. Look, Morgan has been Morganing. Let me tell you, in all her pictures.
Yes, Miss Morgan.
Yeah,
Morganing, honey.
Morgan is dope.
But
I couldn't take a bad picture of her.
So I'll tell you, I still want Z to take all of that makeup off. Just get rid of it.
She's beautiful.
Just be done and do you.
I think
it's too late for that. She did the show already, so you're gonna see another 11 episodes of her with makeup.
Can't we do a duo?
Makeup on her Instagram.
I don't know. I'm not on her IG.
Why do you think it's
Z looks great too?
Oh, you think the makeup is making her look?
Yeah, I think it's
it was a bit much.
Exaggerated. Yeah, it's exaggerated. And she has that.
Natural.
She's got good features. She's got nice natural hair and good features. You don't need to enhance any of that, Like in the darker lipstick, I can't, you know what I mean? I think that that's not a good look for her. I mean, she's probably beautiful, in the morning.
She's gorgeous in her IG.
Yeah. She looks gorgeous here. I mean, if you subtract the makeup, I mean, you could tell she's a gorgeous woman. I mean, with the makeup, she's beautiful. But what I'm saying is you can tell without the makeup, she's gorgeous, like naturally beautiful.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, I have a picture here. Hold on. I have this picture here. Let me put this up from when she was in the.
Yeah, her IG is a lot better than this.
I think she looks the same. She don't look no different. I mean, she looks the same.
Yeah, like I said, you know, she's got just, I guess, natural beauty. Some people just have that look where they don't really have to enhance. I think she's one of those people.
Yeah.
So, but I don't really see her not one time without makeup on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. You know, when as a man, you know, right?
And
you know exactly what you're about to get when that washcloth comes out.
Because in real life, men really do want to see us in our natural state. Like that makeup and stuff in real life, ladies, that makeup and stuff is for us. Eyelashes, weave, all that stuff. Real life, they could do without it. They don't gotta have it for real.
But also, women have to do what they want to do as well. They have to do where they want to look. And I do think this women are overdone, but I think that this is this woman's look. She wears lip liner, you know, this is what you're getting when you get her. You can't make people over. People have to be who they are.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, but I just say,
look who I see looking.
I wish I take the makeup off. That's what she wants to do. That's who she is.
Okay, so let me just tell you this. Check this out, right? If as I sit here right now, if I grew my full afro, there's gonna be this part right here that's missing, and y'all gonna say this. I wish he just cut that stuff off. Why do we even have that there with this strip gone? Like, why is that there? Right? This is the same energy. Same energy.
That's a great example, Bill. That's a great example.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Great example. And we say, we just want to be us. If I want to have the George Jefferson going on, I want to be me. You know?
Right.
And that wasn't a regular old kiss.
Who they are. Some women, they don't want to. I mean, I don't know. I'm in the beauty industry, so I know the makeup thing is a big deal. I don't promote makeup and covering up your natural beauty, but that looks like that's who she is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's an expression, just like people get tattoos all day, right? As an expression of art. But at the end of the day, does that look does that look sell their beauty or whatever? Probably not. It's just a way that people manipulate their body because it's to their liking.
Right.
But ultimately, you want to attract your mate, right? Sometimes you got to go and, sometimes you got to show up a little bit different. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's all.
No, like, they doing it for each other.
Her up and see. She might be natural. No makeup on. You never know.
Yeah.
In real life.
I mean, like I said, as a man, I just look and I'm like, well, she's got really nice features. Why blow it on the makeup? The makeup, I don't think is doing anything extra for her, to be honest. I just don't. I'm not getting it.
The thing. I think as time goes on, if she's on the show, we're gonna see her with less makeup. I just think it was the first.
I looked through her whole Instagram. She wears makeup. That's her.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
I mean, eyeliner, lip. Like, I'm a makeup artist. I see it. I don't see one picture with no makeup on. So maybe there's a story behind that.
Right. True. See, I didn't know that.
Right. Well, and like I said, even you, Sharice, I saw you and you weren't made up the way that you were on a reunion on every single shot. You know what I mean?
Did that because I felt like I want a man to see me in my natural. I'm not gonna have makeup on all the time. I didn't have a makeup artist doing makeup. I was doing my own makeup. I didn't even like it when artists doing my makeup personally. I thought it was too much. But it's true. I know I don't want a man to always see me in makeup. That's not good. You're right. That's a good thing. So you're right. Because I did think that men needed to see the women more natural sometimes. because some people were getting
Otherwise,
everything.
some of us men might wake up in the morning and think that somebody broke into our house.
One
Look that different.
Like, who is?
Yeah, this is
Yeah, I don't want to do that one.
Yeah.
So this is kind of telling because this looks like towards the end, like maybe a mansion party or something. Not the mansion, but what do you call it? Towards the end, the resort.
Oh,
Is he crying?
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But Blake
the
is still there at the table.
The
And
getaway.
Linden is
Exactly.
still there.
Right.
And then there's a
That's
funny
what I said.
thing where he's clowning Linden for not kissing Morgan. And then cut 5 seconds later, it's Linden kissing Morgan. So I guess
Yeah, it
Linden
seemed
gets
like-
the last laugh.
Yeah.
Like I said, my man Blake gonna go far. He probably
Yeah.
gonna make it to the end. He's
So-
probably gonna make it to the end, and you know, it's. I mean, I had conversations with these producers, and I don't want to spoil it for for the average viewer, right? but what I was told was we had to do this. We have to make you look a certain way so that we can carry you.
Paul, let it go.
No, not me. I'm just saying.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying in general. In general, they're like, yeah, we have to do this because this makes sense. We can't just, show a one-dimensional situation. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, well, damn.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sabrina, I actually studied this for a little bit as well because I like to pay attention to who's chilling with who.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's kind of telling right now already.
Mm-hmm. Because
And
this
Move
guy.
up a little bit more. Who is that guy? Move up a little bit.
Sometimes they give it away without giving it away.
Yeah.
The new guy.
Ooh.
That looks like Jeffrey and the new guy.
Yep.
And then Morgan and Linden.
Yep.
And then there's the new girl. I was gonna say she looked like Taraji, but I think Stacey would get upset. And then Anthony.
This isn't that clear.
That looks like a new guy.
Where do you see Anthony at?
No, I think that's a new guy. But there's a bald guy. There's a bald guy that's new. And then there's Blake with who's that? Mercedes, maybe?
I don't think they're together.
Suan.
Who
Not
is
Suan.
Mercedes?
Not Mercedes.
Morgan.
Suan. No, Suan. Yeah, Suan. Corvalla. Not with anyone, like I said. I don't think her person is there. And
Well,
then
she's sitting next to Demario.
Tony. No, I think that's Tony and
That's the fashion designer.
Marcia.
Yep, that's right.
And I think there's a scene with them kissing multiple times.
Who?
Wow.
When he had Morgan in the palm of his hand.
Tony and Marcia.
Really?
Yeah, I dug deep into all of it.
I'm gonna be spicy.
Yeah.
And Marcia loves herself. Okay.
So who's kissing this new guy? Is that Morgan?
Jeffrey.
Someone says that's Morgan.
That's Jeffrey.
That's Jeffrey.
That's what I thought, but someone said that was Morgan. I was like, hold on, because this is Jeff. Hold on.
We didn't go over all of Jeffrey's dates, did we? No.
It felt like she popped up in the.
That's
Honestly, I didn't know who Jeffrey was till the end.
That looks like the Truth or Dare portion of the get together, where you kiss your strongest connection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we started that off. We set that off in our season. The Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This just looks like some regular.
Claiming to
regular
faming.
That's Morgan.
Yeah, that's Morgan with Tony.
Yeah, that's Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see that, huh?
Yeah, that's, you can see that.
Yeah, that's Morgan. Look at him. I know what you're looking at. You're just so visual.
they doing the church dance. They said they both.
Yeah, he looking at her personality.
Ah! You say he looking at her personality.
I cannot.
Right. There you go.
Oh my God. I can't. All right, guys. Do y'all have anything else to say to conclude with episode number 1? And would you like to say anything about the season thus far, or your thoughts on moving forward with it?
I just don't want to see like the negativity. You know what I mean? I want them to be a little bit more supportive.
Yeah.
I think they can leave out the fights, you know, if they have to. But I know they got to sell the show.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
we'll
It's not going to be nearly as much drama as ours was. Don't worry.
I think it will be. I think there's going to be more drama to come. I think that each season they're noticing that the more drama, the more views. So let's kick it up and let's, do that. So one of the things I will say for the Dallas people coming on, I know we're talking about Miami, but for the Dallas folks that are going to watch this episode, because I know they will, right? I would say, as far as the men goes, talk to your guys in there, and even though it's every man for themselves, just be respectful and respect each other and support each other. I know that there's a narrative that they want people to fall into. Don't be taken off course by that, and just support your fellow black man.
Yeah,
ladies, do the same.
Yeah, because from the previews, it looks like the guys are the ones with the drama this season from the previews.
No.
Well, they show Jeffrey going up.
Jeffrey done got into it with somebody.
From everybody. Not from everybody, but from men and women.
Well, what I will say is this is an attractive cast. I think the women are womening.
And mature.
I think there are some very beautiful women.
I agree.
Yes. I agree.
But in the end, it's all about the drama. People want to see the fights and the discourse.
Of course.
And instead of being ready to love, they want ready for drama. So that's what we're going to get.
Ready for war.
There you go. Yeah,
they had enough drama with ours, so they might be trying to bring back the.
No.
Yeah, we're still trying to go through our emotions following Miami 1.
I think that it's kind of clear that
crazy.
There are some people who are a match for who, and they just kind of match early, and we could see it. So I actually think it may be more couples this season than in previous seasons.
Interesting.
And it seems like they're already choosing early, so hopefully they'll promote that.
I'll still say this though, and I'm not saying this because Stacey's on. I wish I didn't have to say this, but Houston was one of my favorite seasons. That was actually my favorite season. I didn't really want to say that because you were here, and I didn't want you to witness that, but it was that was the reason why. That was the thing that made me say, okay, it's a go.
And
Atlanta. Have you met them though? Have you met the Houston cast?
I was just with him this weekend.
I know.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
I like that. So yeah, the resort was just the best setup. I don't know why they got away from that, because again, you're forcing everybody to mingle and focus on each other. You're not like, oh, I have to go to work or I got a meeting and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, the fans are all about that. They're saying that they need to change the format because it feels
everybody can't be flying overseas for 2 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The resort was my favorite season, but remember they set it up like that because it was during COVID. So a lot of those people were working. They were working remotely. A lot of people that were on that season were like they had to block off time, and people had to, people had to block off time to actually work. But I do think it was the best setup so that you eliminated a lot of the outside stuff, and even when it was stuff going on, they got it on camera. You know what I mean? Like they still knew what was going on.
That's true.
Yeah, because
and I believe it was filmed in Georgia. I think the resort was somewhere north of Atlanta.
So it wasn't even in Houston.
But
damn.
People were from
Tommy
Houston,
was on their line.
Houston was shut down. Houston was no. Houston, it was the resort, so everybody knew it was on a resort. It was Houston cast, but Houston was shut down at the time, so we couldn't have gatherings. But they had to pick places and cities that would allow production and that many people in one place. So I know that it was very hard for them to film that.
Yeah, I got you.
Because truth be told, Houston too was going to be a resort setting too. But if y'all remember, we got paused probably the week before, a few days before we were supposed to leave. And we got held off for a couple of months, and then we filmed in Houston.
Oh.
Yeah, I think.
But that definitely would have been interesting if my season was on a resort. That would have been some crazy shit.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing though. Back then, it was sexy, it was mature. The content that people were kind of mature and had sort of a different mentality in there. You didn't see the kind of the rage and all of the madness like that you see, especially in my season. You look at my reunion versus you got reunion, and that was just light. So yeah, there's a whole lot that they've gotten away from, and I think the substance wise,
everything happens for a reason. Because if DC was on a resort, we would have been fighting.
I wouldn't have signed up. There's no way in hell I would have stayed on that resort.
I wouldn't have been able to either. So
I would have stayed there. I was so thankful to come home every day.
Me too. Me too. I wouldn't have been able. I would have been like, I gotta be where for 2. That's why I didn't do Married at First Sight. So I was like, you gonna do Married at First Sight? I was like, no, I'm not trying. I mean, not Married at First Sight.
The Bachelor?
No, is it Love is Blind? Were you in the capsule thing where you gotta talk to people?
No.
They were like, you gonna do that? I was like, I can't be nowhere for 2 months.
I think that worked.
Whatever it was.
You gotta be. You get married after that. Not ready to love. You gonna have a husband.
I would have got married. I'm telling you, I would have got married. I would have I would do Married at First Sight. I would have. Not now. I'm just saying I would have. But yes. So definitely, guys, hit the thumbs up. We're gonna go around the room one more time. But before you guys leave out, everyone in the chat, the 156 that's watching right now, before you leave out, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And also too, let's go around the room. You guys know I like to do it in the very beginning and in the very end, because a lot of the people that join us in the very beginning are still not here, and it is 3 hours later. And I appreciate every last one of you that watched us from the very beginning to the end. We're going to go around the room. Everyone, let them know who you are and where they can follow you on social media.
You still letting ladies first, or you go?
Oh, yes. So Really Be.
Okay. Really Be TV. So thank you for the invitation, Sabrina. I appreciate it. Enjoyed myself. You can follow me on YouTube at Really Be TV. Follow my review, Ready to Love, and other shows, and Instagram and TikTok, Really Be TV _ on YouTube. I forgot that part.
Sharice.
I am Sharice Logan. You can find me on Instagram at Sharice Logan, and I have a business, Logan Skincare, and I have a YouTube, and I don't know the name of it, but you can find it on my Instagram page.
Stacey B.
I keep it simple, Stacey B, and I'm Stacey_B on all platforms.
Tyrone.
What's up, everybody? Ty Wilson, 21, just about everywhere. You can still find it on YouTube. I did mention that I had started doing some video editing, so you will see some projects coming from me. I plan to finish one and release it in the morning, so be on the lookout for that. It's always a pleasure. So, I look forward to being on the panel with everyone again.
Yes, it was so nice. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here,
guys.
It's J Dub.
All right, it's your boy J Dub, YouTube's #1 commenter, ITZ J Dub, and I do reviews on reality shows, and I'm even doing a little special series on The Best Man's Final Chapter for those who are into that.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, it was better than 1 and 2.
All right, PO.
The Juggernaut.
Yes, the Juggernaut. Well,
Juggernaut.
You can find me right there at 100 sightings on IG, minus the ashy hand. Well, it's not ashy for real, but 100 sightings on IG. I'm here, there, everywhere. So, see ya.
All right, guys. And I am your host, Miss Sabrina Soul, and I want to say thank you to my panel. You guys are amazing. I love when you guys can come on with me. I know sometimes our schedules don't coincide, and some of you are not able to make it, but I'm going to have my panels every week. I would love for you to come back and join me. If you guys want to follow me, you can go to all my platforms, which is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all at Miss Sabrina Soul. And yeah, other than that, make sure you catch out my latest vlogs that I just put up, my weekly vlog and my Vlogmas that I'm still working on. Don't judge me. I love you guys so much. I will be back here next Friday for Ready to Love Season 7, episode number 2 for my live watch party. And then, of course, the panel review next week after that. But other than that, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching. We love you. Make sure you follow